Hello, everybody. Peace, 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 peace. Welcome to the midweek live stream. How's it going? Hi, Pumpkin Ziggy. Never saw that name before. Pumpkin Ziggy, like it. Hi, Teresa McGuire, Jacob, Didi Bean, Melanie Rice, Kari, Debbie, Brenda Romero, Evian, Eva Trees, Kate Moore, Dorcia S, Aish is in the house as well, Carmi. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Audrey Jane, Jacob. Who else is in the house? We have here Melanie Rice, I see as well. Yana Clar is there. James Stansfield. Kari. Hi, everybody. Jen O. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Kate Moore says, hey, hey. Hi, Mahora. Hi, everybody. So, Welcome to the midweek live stream. Boy, it's like, hi, Val. It's like where Pumpkin Ziggy says, yeah, I've been a member. But did you change name, Pumpkin Ziggy? Because I don't forget a pumpkin. Miss you, Manuel, Marina. How's it going, everybody? So we were supposed to like live stream earlier, but then here we are live streaming a bit later. So I want to say good morning to Europe or good afternoon to Europe. Good morning to America. Very, very, very early in the morning. West Coast, East Coast, kind of wake up time if you have like some weird job that requires you to wake up at like 6 in the morning. And, but yeah, so this is a good time for me prepping next day's lunch, says Angie. There you go. Everybody has a rhythm. So obviously bear with me. It's like any time we live stream, really, we catch some part of the world at a good time. And then another part of the world is not at the best time. But the best time is the time when I can actually live stream. So that's what we do. So anyway, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. Thumb up the live stream. And if you are watching this video later in the rewatch crew, be sure to help out the Fashion Bunker by posting in the comment section the timestamp, the time code of when a topic begins with the title of the topic, which would help me potentially later create chapters in the live stream. So there you go. Didi says, yeah, it's morning for the hubby. He just left for work, and it's technically my nighttime. There you go, Dee. Kari says, perfect EU time. Well, there you go. I'm glad that somebody at least is not complaining. Irene says, perfect time for me, 5:30 p.m. in Singapore. Perfect. The Rock represent, right, James? Oh, man. Yana says, bank holiday and 12 p.m. Perfect timing here. Well, there you go, sweetie. I mean, you see, like sometimes I'm going to catch you in the right time, and then, you know, and then sometimes not. Hey, Rosana Navarro, how's it going, sweetie? Oh, wow. Hello, everyone. WFH today, almost 6 p.m. I'm not good with abbreviations, so I'm not so sure what we'll go. But Pumpkin Ziggy says, no, I like my name. But no problem. There must be loads of people for you to remember, Dacob. No, now I will remember. Pumpkin Ziggy, because I haven't seen you in the chats. Have you been a lot in the chats, Pumpkin? Pumpkin Ziggy. I don't forget a pumpkin. You know I love a pumpkin. You know I live for the pumpkin. You know. Oh my God, I doth believe Halloween is approaching quicker than we think. Anyway. Oh, you've seen Debbie? Debbie has seen Pumpkin Ziggy. Yana Clark says Teresa McGuire says 4:54 a.m. here. Hubby left for work an hour ago. Well, Terry, you're all alone to have fun at home. The whole house to you, baby. Michelle Jenner says 8 p.m. here in Australia. So it's kind of an okay time. It's just the worst time for, I guess, whoever is West Coast, I want to say, in America, right? That's kind of the worst. Or Japan might be a difficult time as well. No, I think that's okay too. I think just the West Coast is messed up. Europe is perfect for this timing. Singapore is also great for the timing. You know, we'll go. Yeah. Hey, Mal Rolf. Guess I have a weird job, high school teacher. Why is that a weird job? Hey, Karina, work from home. So easy, right? 8 p.m. in Australia, says Michelle. And Eva Tree says, how was your day, Dacob? Well, my day was really weird. Hey, Angel Chang, Europe is perfect. Oh, good to know. Lana Marie says, hi, Dacob, how are you? Finally caught another one of your lives. Hey, sweetie, welcome. Unique Hollins, how's it going? Thumb up the live stream, you guys, as you're coming in. It really does help the channel out. I know this is a weird time. I don't usually live stream at this hour, so there's not as many of us as we usually are populating the stream, which is normal. What are you going to do? The algorithm is all like ballistic. It's like, wait, hold on a minute. You don't usually live stream at this hour, so they're not informing all the people probably. But you know how YouTube is. It is what it is. But welcome to everybody who's here with us. And we have a lot to talk about. So how was my day today? Well, I've been battling a headache yet again. And I actually now am starting to feel a little bit better because I had to take a painkiller. Yeah, we're still doing that. We're still doing that situation with the headaches coming and going. It's like so annoying, but it is what it is. So I'm just trying to. It's right here, right now. It's localized right here. D says you look tired. I've actually slept. I'm not tired. I'm just trying to get rid of this localized pain, which is right here. So as we go along, it's going to dissipate. I believe it's going to dissipate because, like I said, I did take something for the headache. Has anybody noticed this? Nobody mentioned it. I guess nobody likes it. That's so sad. Well, anyway, this is my new Camélia. Hey, Rosana Navarro. You want to play Among Us in Totally Dacob? Yeah, but then we can't all play. So, you noticed? Oh, thanks, guys. Well, okay, so this is my second one. I've made the second one. And what does that mean? For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, okay, now I'm going to show you a close-up, you guys. Because like this, you're like, what is this? Like, I don't know what it is. It just looks like blue, black, something. It could be painted, sprinkled. Is it glitter? Is it sequins? Well, so you know how when you buy something at Chanel in the beauty boutique or fashion, sometimes they just like stick a paper camellia onto your shopping bag. I've started to kind of color those. And last week, I made my first one, like hand-painted them. And that would be this one, right? And we saw it last week. And then they're all signed. You know, this was my number one, Dacob 2024 number one. And we have the little metal pin, which link down below if you want to get these little pins off Amazon. I got a box of 100 of these, and they're really, really good. I hot glue gunned them to the Camélias. So the link for these is down below. They look like this. They're perfect. They're a little bit elevated, so that they kind of really fit onto the Camélia very well when you hot glue gun them. And so I've made a new one. Now this one, y'all. Oh no, everything fell down. Okay. Oh no. It looks purple to you. No, it's actually black, but it's because the lights. Okay, let me blend in you're gonna see all hand painted by me with a Sharpie, a very, very thin Sharpie. And since this Camélia has the paper, it's a thick paper with a little bit of a texture to it. The Sharpie bleeds out a little bit, and it gives the illusion of the drawing being fluffy. It gives it a fuzzy vibe, almost like it's soft to the touch. I love it. I love the result. But tell me, you be the judge of me, as you are. You are critical judges always, and I love you for it. I'm going to blend it in, and you let me know what you think. So this Camélia here is right there. So that's the Camélia. You see how it bleeds a little bit into the paper? Yeah, heaven, hi heaven. Yeah, you get to judge, baby. Of course you do. Wouldn't want it any other way. Hey, special Sasha. Hello from Thailand. Hey, how's it going, sweetie? So I made a ton of these little twirly things, right? It's a little bit, but maybe you could say it's giving a little bit Tim Burton-esque vibes. It's giving, I don't know, it's giving a lot of different things. So it's all twirly, twirly, twirly. I just wanted, I had this idea of getting petals into petals, but the twirled up petals on, onto the petals, like side twirly petals in black on top of camellia petals, if that makes any sense. So anyway, so this is how it looks actually worn, right? And this is a really big close-up, so you get to see all of the kind of the bleeding of the Sharpie into the paper. Mahora says, oh wow, I did something similar yesterday with the twirls. So I read somewhere that round shapes like this are indicative of like sexuality and masculine, feminine. I mean, you know, 5 cent psychology. Maybe it means something, maybe it doesn't. I just really loved the twirls on top of curved petals. So it's kind of like I wanted curves on top of curves. I wanted everything to be round, round, round. And there you go. So that's the Camellia number 2, right? This is our second one. You know, I'm thinking of making a new one every week. There's a lot of fun to do, very relaxing for me. Oh, thank you, Terry. Terry says, that's so cool and beautiful. Thank you. I wanted it to look handmade. Don't get me wrong. I wanted, like, you know, some of the petals are thicker, some are thinner. I wanted this organic feel to it. And in fact, you can see when you're wearing it, and when it's not so close into your face, like here, it's a totally different effect. It almost has that. And I think some of you see it more purpley because black usually has a base. It's either red or blue based. Like every black tint that we purchase, whether it be fabrics or whether it be markers, also like dyes for leather, every black is either red based or blue based. And there's only one company, I believe, somewhere in Japan that is specialized in doing very deep, intense black for theater, and they do velvet. So basically what happens is it looks like glitter heaven on TV. Oh, that's cool. I like the fact that it's kind of difficult for the camera to capture it, because when you put so many of these details onto an object like this, the camera goes a little bit the camera cannot really fully capture it, because this is a lot of information for the camera to process, you know? So the camera has to translate all of this information while it's moving into video, and that's a lot of work for the camera. So as I was saying, there's this one company in Japan that is specialized in doing theater curtains in black velvet. And it is very important for theater, when you have black, that it stays black, because when you put a spotlight onto a fabric, a piece of fabric in theater, those spotlights are usually very intense and very strong. So if a light is very strong, like my lights here are very strong now, they tickle out the base color of black. In this case, it's blue. So the base of this black is blue. That's why it appears a little bit purpley. Some blacks have a red base. So if you illuminate them with very strong light, you're going to see red coming through the black. But there's this one company in Japan that does a very, very deep black on velvet, so that when the spotlights in theater hit it, it bounces off just black. It doesn't bounce off red or blue, because that could distract from the theater piece, or how the actors are then illuminated, because maybe there's an illumination on the face of the actor. And then if the light bounces off a black curtain, and the black curtain has a red base, red can bounce off on the face of the actor as well. And the director might not want that. So there you go. There's a little bit of, I don't know, information, education, call it whatever you want, a little bit of intel. Oh, I wish they could refresh and re-dye my black clothes. I hate it when my black fades at 7. Well, there are black, for black clothes, you could actually purchase like black washing gels that you could utilize, and that kind of freshes up a little bit the black. Have you looked into that? Some of them are kind of okay, I feel, unless you've really washed your clothes out and they're like turning gray. Then you got to dye them black again. Unless they're not synthetic, it's a little bit more difficult with synthetics. Usually cotton is easier to turn black again, but Then you got to be careful with the washing machine because a little bit of that black residue stays in the washing machine. Backstage trivia, Dee, love it, right? Yeah, it's interesting stuff. So Heaven says, yeah, I'm about to do that with the black washing liquid. Hi, VC. How's it going, sweetie? So there you go. Thank you, Bubbles, for showing us our Camellia number 2. So we have one heck of a show today. We have a lot to talk about. The more you know, right, Heaven? So let me blend out the Super Dacob DIY Camellia. Just by the way, the Camellia is from a Chanel shopping bag. I just painted over it. Hi, Kristen Reynolds. Love it. Just got to work. Hey, sweetie. Hope you have a good day at work. I love when you surprise us with an old folks morning show. Wee-hoo and yee-haw. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Thumb up the live stream if you want to say hello. Yeah. Hey. So, okay, so the Met Gala happened. And it's really difficult to talk about the Met Gala without showing you pictures. But the problem with the Met Gala is, and I think this is a really big issue, I think Anna Wintour needs to fix this issue. Hi, Basic Bag Lady. We love Rita. Rita Ora? Audrey? I don't know. Well, I'll be getting out of bed in exactly 23 minutes as Basic Bag Lady. Oh my God, we got to be quick then. So here's the deal. At Anna Wintour, darling, you have to, in my humble opinion, okay, this is just everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. So for Anna Wintour, I want to say, here's my problem. I know a lot of people don't care about copyright. And so they just show photos from the red carpet, from the Met Gala, or Gala at this point, because a lot of people are like, it's Gala. It's not Gala. I'm like, okay, girl, whatever. I'll call it whatever the F I want to. You should be so lucky that we're calling it anything at this point because it's a travesty of a show, in my humble opinion. But like I said, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. Getty Images usually owns the rights to most of the photos taken on the red carpet. If it's not Getty Images, it's some other company and they own the copyright. You can't just use those images in your own videos. You can't. You can't use photos that are copywritten in your videos or in your TikToks or in your reels on Instagram. A ton of people do it and they get away with it for now. But if those right holders at any given time were to say, hold on a minute, I'm going to sue you for this, they can. So I'm telling this to Anna Wintour because I'm like, if you want the Met Gala to really kind of have more of a reach with people that care about copyright, most people don't care, but then you should hire your own photographer, basically, that creates photos for, let's say, Vogue, and you allow content creators to use those photos copyright-free or with limitations. Like maybe you can create a limitation like, hey, you're not allowed to print them out and sell them, but we allow you to use them for, review purposes, for fair use purposes. Like if you're going to review the show, if you're going to review the red carpet, then we allow you to use it, right? There's none of that. There is no folder that you can access as a content creator to have legal copyright-free access to these photos from the red carpet to review them. And if you watch content creators review the red carpet, they're going to be using photos that are copywritten. So maybe they have no clue what they're doing and what they're doing is wrong, but they can get in trouble for this. But then again, that's why photographers come to the Met to make money off of the pics. Photographers come to the Met Gala to sell the pictures and make money off of them. And that's fine. They do that at Cannes Film Festival, at the Oscars. That's all fine. But the Met Gala can also have its own photographer. And to say, hey, because you know why I'm saying this, you guys? Because the Met Gala is all about the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So the people that buy tables at the Met Gala to have the dinner and that spend $250,000 per table and upwards of $250,000, they pay to subsidize culture. That's the idea, because the Metropolitan Museum of Art doesn't, allegedly, right, doesn't receive money from the government, or maybe it does in part, but the Met Gala is privately subsidized, which means that the Met Gala, so the Met is privately subsidized, which means that the Met Gala is there to rein in money and funds to keep the Metropolitan Museum of Art going so that it can be a cultural place for people to come and visit. You see where I'm going with this? So this is not just some random, let's make money off of brands and blah, 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 like you can have sponsorships at the Oscars or this and that. No, this is a cultural institution for the purpose of culture and education. So I'm thinking then even more so it's justified, in my opinion, to have a photographer that you hire to take photos of the people on the red carpet that people can then utilize to talk about it, to review the show, just like they would review an exhibition. You know what I mean? So this is why I'm saying for the Met Gala, I really believe there should be a pot in which photos are placed that you are allowed to use to review the show. Hi, Jackie. How's it going, Jack's Bag Attack? Good morning, sweetie. Heaven says, and god darn now, I think Bad Bunny's kind of, oh boy, Heaven. You're hungry because Bad Bunny, I don't, for me, he is the opposite of hot for me personally. But then again, I am maybe weird and I understand. I loved the show. Okay, so Madonna finished her world tour in Mexico, but a bank in Brazil, together with the city of Rio de Janeiro, they paid her to give a free concert in Brazil. So technically her tour was over with Mexico, but then she had an extra gig. Apparently she broke all world records as the concert that had the most live spectators watching it. It was for free and it was on a beach. Millions of people. How many? 2.5 million? 6 million people watched? Anyway, so I was reading one of the posts about her Brazilian gig, and some people were talking about Bad Bunny in the comments. And then the Brazilians stepped in and said, we don't like him in Brazil. Because they said, you can only make it big time as a pop singer, basically they're claiming, you're going to be a world power as a musician or a pop artist only once you've made it big time in Brazil. And I kind of agree, because the way those people party and the way those people love music and the way those people can move, nobody else in the world can. So if they feel your vibe and your rhythm and your energy and they love you, if you've made it in Brazil, you have made it everywhere else. I completely agree with this. My fellow Brazilians, I concur completely. Having said that, the Brazilians in the chat were all saying, yeah, no, Bad Bunny is fine. We don't hate him, but he just is not going to make it in Brazil. So he'll never be a world force. The shade they threw at Bad Bunny. And I was kind of living for it. But anyway, allegedly, right? So there's that as far as Bad Bunny goes. But now to rein it back into the Met Gala, I had this kind of, I really didn't care for it. I don't know about you, but for me, it's become uninteresting, to say the least. I didn't watch it, nothing. Now, a couple of my friends were sending me messages with like images like, hey, Dacob, look at this, look at that. So I've seen highlights thanks to my friends, but I personally have not watched it. I really couldn't care less. It's kind of becoming really blasé for me, and an ostentatious showing off of wealth. Now, I did not know that the actors, for the most part, and the famous people, for the most part, that are on the red carpet, that they don't actually pay for a table. Unless you really want to be at the show and you're not invited by Anna Wintour and you want to be there, so you pay for your own table. But usually some famous, not famous, let's say rich investors, rich business people that don't have a media presence, you don't recognize their face when they're on the street, but some billionaires or millionaires that wish to be at the Met Gala and they wish to be seated with famous people, they pay for the table. So let's say you pay $250,000. You pay $250,000 for your table that has 10 seats. So technically how it works is, okay, so we have the round table, the frisbee of shame. Tip your host if you're liking the content. Thank you. I work very hard for you. Thank you. So you sit around the table. You got your 10 seats. Anna Wintour then says, yes, you're paying for a table for 10 seats. You're paying $250,000 or whatever it is, the amount. But I allow you to only bring 5 people to your table. The other 5 people, I will sit at your table. They're going to be musicians, stars, or whatever. I don't know what sort of subterfuge is going on there, like if you spend a lot more money, if you get to tell Anna Wintour who of the stars you want to have seated at your table. So basically, I'm reading these stories and I'm going, oh, interesting. So Anna Wintour is literally the pimp of all of these hoes at the Met Gala, you know? Basically, Anna Wintour is the matron. She is the pimp of the house. So she's like, okay, you pay $250,000 at your table. I'm going to put this hoe and that. You know what I mean? Katy Perry's coming to your table. Kim Kardashian is coming to your table because you've paid enough to have her at your... So Anna decides who sits where. Okay. So now, the stars that are invited, technically, they also have to pay, right? But they don't pay if they're invited to sit at a table that the rich unknown person paid for. If a person already paid for the $250,000 table and you are invited because you're popular at the moment as an actor or as a musician, you're invited to the red carpet, your contribution to the Met Gala is exposure. Because photographers on the red carpet don't care to photograph the rich investor of car auto parts that gave $250,000 to the Met Gala to have that seat at the table at that dinner. Photographers can't sell a photo of some random person we've never seen before, but the photographers can sell, and the Met Gala can also get exposure by having certain stars on there, like Nicole Kidman on the red carpet and so on and so forth. So the contribution of these actors, it's a very mafia type of scenario, very give and take, you know? So let's say like a famous person, of course, everybody who's famous wants to be invited to the Met Gala. So it's great exposure for them because they get press coverage, but they also do something good for Anna Wintour's cause at the Met Gala for the Metropolitan Museum of Art because they come and give their face to the Met Gala that evening on the red carpet. So they show up, which elevates the standard of the Met Gala because the Met Gala can then say, look, we got all of the major A-list stars at the moment coming to the Met Gala. So that is prestige for the Met Gala. It's also prestige for the stars because they get to be on the most hot red carpet of the moment. But also these stars are the reason why those rich folk pay that big money. Sure, it's tax deductible. Obviously, charity is tax deductible, yeah. But also they're thinking, hey, kill 2 birds with 1 stone because I can sit at this table. The money I give here is tax deductible, plus I get to spend some time with some famous folk that Anna Wintour pimps out to you to make you sit at the table. Corinna says, here's me thinking they were all making a charitable contribution. That's why they probably keep it hush-hush. You're not allowed to film inside. The people who are investing, who are giving their money, the charitable, they don't, you know, it's all, Anna Wintour protects also the people who are inside. you don't see them. Nobody's allowed to film once you enter the dinner area. You don't know who pays. You don't know who pays. So you might think the stars pay, which is great for the stars' image. The stars love to make you feel like they're so charitable, when in reality, all they did was have glam time. They were pampered. They get to wear whatever clothes. Anna Wintour, for the most part, decides who wears what brand. It's very rare for somebody to have that power to tell Anna, honey, I'm going to wear what I want to wear. You know, there's a theme. And then usually Anna says, okay, you're going to wear this designer. You're going to wear this designer. Designers want to be present on the red carpet as well with their creations. So obviously, Anna doesn't want the entire red carpet to just have Tom Ford or Yves Saint Laurent. She wants to have, representation. Why? Because she's also thinking ahead. She's also thinking for Vogue. Again, kill two birds with one stone. You contribute to the Metropolitan Museum of Fine Arts by doing this gala, getting funds to keep the show running, to keep the museum running, but you're also thinking, I'm also the head of Vogue America, so I also want to have certain brands represented here. It's a power move. It's a political move. It is very calculated and strategical which brands are going to be on the red carpet. It's very calculated. There is no, oh, what a coincidence. No, there is no coincidence in these cases. Rosanna Navarro says, oh, it's so staged. Yes, it is. It's very staged. It's very, very staged. It's a business move. It's a political move. It is a very, very calculated, precise, manipulative move to, shoulder rubs shoulder. The stars get to kind of lure in the donators because they're going to sit at their tables, but the stars in return get huge exposure on the red carpet. Plus we, the people, get to think that the stars all gave money. Some stars do. Don't get me wrong. Some stars actually pay for a table at the Met Gala. Not everybody is a parasite. You know what I mean? But for the aspirational customer, says Malrolf, right? So there you go. So it's very, very calculated. And then plus on top of that, Anna, of course, is the queen supreme. And she gets to coordinate everything. Oh, Terry, my love. Thank you.
Teresa McGuire donated $100. Glad I caught the live. Still fighting a skin infection, so haven't been feeling good lately.
Oh, skin infection. That's not good. You know what I think you should do? I don't know if the skin infection is like superficial or more internal, but like definitely let it air, let it dry. I don't know what the issue is with the skin in your case. We're going to pop a cherry in just a second, but you know what helps me when I have a skin rash? Infection is different than a rash, I know. But since I was a baby, my parents always put on me, and I said this to Audrey like a month or two ago. I don't know if Audrey is still enjoying it, but it's called Penaten, the Penaten cream. It's kind of like it stems from Germany, but it's available worldwide, and it is a zinc-based cream that is actually made for babies to soothe rashes and to heal. It is a miracle worker. It stains like a mofo. Like you don't want to see that thing close to fabric because it stains and it will not leave. There's Audrey. It's a miracle. Oh, Audrey, are you liking it? Because I remember like a month or two ago, we were talking about the cream for Chippy and you ordered it and it's really affordable. Oh man, I wish I had a link, an affiliate link for it because you can also get it on Amazon really. But so it's very, very affordable, you guys, $5 to $10. And it's a very compact, dense white cream, zinc-based. And you put it, Terry, that's what I do with my rashes. I put it, a very thin layer of it on the spot that got the rash, and I let it dry. It heals. Oh, man, it's so soothing. The active ingredient is zinc in that cream. Hey, Kate Scott, how's it going? Yeah, Penaten, right? Oh, Nancy, thank you so much, my love. I'm going to pop a cherry for
Nan's
Terry
donated
first and then for
$10.
Nancy. So hold on. Let me see if I can find here. Yeah, let's do... I got one on Walmart. Let me add that. Yeah. Here's one. I'm going to pin it. Cha. There you go. $14 I see here. Currently I see it for $14, but the price has always changed. But is it popping up for anybody? That's the Penaten cream. Wonders. For me, it did wonders. I'm no doctor. I can't tell you it's going to do wonders for you. No clue. We're all different. You might be allergic to a zinc or something, so read the ingredients before you buy it. But for my skin, it does wonders, and I have really awful, delicate skin. I always get rashes. And it really, really helps me heal. It really soothes me. But just be careful, you guys, because that cream, it stains clothes. Stains clothes. And when I was a baby, my parents always used it. I mean, I was in my crib, yo, and I had this like really beautiful crib, like a net webbed crib with like a blue textile with a it was so beautiful, blue, navy blue. They left the cream at the top. I woke up in the middle of the night. Dacob took the cream, just like I did with the Camélias, huh? I was like, hold on. Let me do a little art project here. So my parents woke up the next morning. They came into the room and I'm like, hi, the entire crib. I took the cream out of the little metal container. I painted the entire crib. It was completely white, like white stains, smears. There's no washing. Penaten cream off of your clothes. The white will just stay forever. Just letting you know, be careful when you're using it. Also, when you're using it with your kids. It's a baby cream. It's a cream for baby skin, technically. So we'll go. That was super funny. But ever since I was a baby, I've been using. I always have a little tiny, at least sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller, little like a tin little jar of Penaten, always in the bathroom ready, just in case I have a rash. Did the Penaten cream pop up for anybody in the stream? Because I did post a link to it. Artist from the beginning, yes. It's very pasty, Mahora. It's like the thickest physical sunscreen you can think of, yeah. Except it's not a sunscreen, though. But anyway. Okay, it didn't pop up for anybody. All right, then. Well, there goes YouTube again with its shenanigans. Hey, Sharna G. Are my eyes deceiving me? 6 a.m. live? Good morning. Good morning. I know, Sharna. Don't ask. So anyway. So, Terry, there you go. My tip to you. Try it out on a little piece of skin somewhere where just in case you have, maybe you're allergic to some of the ingredients, so be careful. Try it somewhere just a little bit to see if you react bad to it. If you do, then don't use it. Obviously, ask your doctor as well, of course. For me, it works. So I'm just sharing with you my experience. For me, it really helps my rashes a lot. There you go. Now, let me pop a cherry for Terry first. We'll go. Hit it, Bubbles. I'm driving towards the tip. Driving through the bunker, baby. We did it, Joe. Terry, that trip to the tip, honey. The trip to the tip. It is always Oscar worthy. Always Oscar worthy. And now, Nancy. Hit it, Bubbles. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you. So there you go. That's our little Penaten moment. Terry says, I will try it. Give it a go. See how you like it. Be careful that you don't, get some weird reaction to it. But it really, really helped me. Also, like in summer, when I was younger, like when you sweat behind the knee and you're a little bit more chubbier, and then you get those like red rashes in the knee area, behind the knee or here in this area, because it gets all itchy. Penaten. I just put the Penaten on there. It dries it out over. It's really, really good. But just be careful, it stains. Debbie says, did we reach the tip? Debbie, I don't know. Audrey gets a rash between the breasts, and she says it's also good between the breast area. There you go. Good to know. So let a hoe know if you like it or not. It's a very old cream. It's been around for 100 years or so, you guys. Like those Germans, they know what they're doing sometimes. You know what I mean? There you go. Now, going back to the Met Gala. So obviously, like I said, we're not going to show the photos, but one of the moments that I thought, hey, Agatha, how's it going, sweetie? Welcome to the chats. Hi, Corinne. Welcome to the chats. Thumb up the live stream, you guys, as you're coming in. Super important. Means the world to the channel and moi. But I want to say the one character that I found really funny, unfortunately wearing vêtements, so, them now we don't support. But anyway, it was Doja Cat. It was something like the Garden of Eden, or I don't know, the future garden, or some stupid topic like they do every year at the Met Gala. But anyway, so she arrived with a sheet, like a cloth, like a bed sheet, a white bed sheet, completely wet. Like she's a nymph, like a water nymph that came out of the water, the garden water nymph. And so she was walking the red carpet with a wet, super cold, by the way, in New York with the wet bed sheet. It felt so uncomfortable just to look at her. But I thought at least she's like being dramatic about it. Like her presence was comedic in a way. I thought, yeah, okay, that's the look for me. Although, also travesty. Anyway, now, but what I will show you, and I'm going to try to add the video now. So Kev sent me, Kev spilled all the tea. First of all, Kev told me, the rumor has it. Hi, Kev, by the way. I think Kev is still sleeping, but he will wake up anytime soon now and will maybe kind of pop up to say good morning. So Anna usually wears Chanel, but apparently this year she ditched Chanel like a hot potato because we've just seen the cruise collection. It was a travesty, in my humble opinion. The Chanel cruise collection, terrible, in my opinion, only, of course. And then obviously the Lena Nair interview, which is also a travesty, and just the whole situation surrounding, they're just not it anymore. Well, apparently Anna dropped him like a hot potato and did not wear Chanel at the red carpet. So there was that little tidbit of kind of goss. Like, why would she not be wearing Chanel? And then Kev is like, and also, look what Tom Ford is wearing. Tom Ford came to the red carpet not wearing Tom Ford. So, of course, he sold his brand, as we know. Tom Ford is no longer the owner of Tom Ford. And apparently, he's like, well, I don't like what they're doing there, so I'm not going to wear Tom Ford for Tom Ford. So he wore some other brand. I mean, he just looked the same as always. Necklace, mask for mask, look in person, whatever. So there was that shade that Kev also was like, look at that, Tom Ford not wearing Tom Ford. And then the video, which for me is the video that takes the cake. Now, we've been talking about Marc Jacobs, haven't we? Quite a bit lately. Have you seen that the Classic Small has a cross stitch on the website? Weird. Yes, the seasonal ones sometimes get that cross stitch. Yes, the seasonal ones do, but the classics don't. They don't have the cross stitch. They don't. The classic one is always not, the small is not going to have a cross. Some seasonal ones that are made in some other factories are going to have that cross stitch. Hey, Monsieur Manuel, it was an oversized t-shirt dripped in hair gel to create a wet look. Okay, great. It was a vibe, but still poverty. Now, so for me, Marc Jacobs, we talked about Marc Jacobs a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about the interview that he did with Pharrell at Louis Vuitton. Oh my God, the travesty there as well. Because as you guys know, in that interview, Pharrell was like, oh, Marc, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like butter, and Marc is like, please, can you just stop like licking my boots? But then Marc felt a little bit lost, and I felt, I've seen interviews with Marc Jacobs where he talks about his issues with substances.
Butter.
And then he says, like, I've been a bad boy. Like, I've seen videos where he talks about being a bad boy and the substances, We can't say it here on the tubes, but you know what I'm saying. Read between the lines. Apricus, how's it going, sweetie? Yes to the Tom Ford impression, please. Maybe Leah. And so I've noticed personally, good morning, Squirrel Sandwich. I've noticed personally that in that interview, Nancy says Marc Jacobs has stopped using exotics for their brand. Good for them. This is the thing. I've noticed, I don't want to say like cognitive decay going on with him, but like in his latest interviews, he's a little bit lost. He's a little bit like, I don't want to say senile, but he's giving me that, okay, which way did we go? Oh, okay. That vibe. I'm getting that vibe from him. So I don't know what's going on with him. I wish him all the best, of course, but like, it's a little bit weird. Now, and I got that vibe a little bit from him during the interview with Pharrell, but then, Squirrel Sandwich, I've just discovered your channel and I'm loving it. Thank you so much, sweetie. Let all your friends and family know. Let the Fashion Bunker grow because, God knows the algorithm isn't helping us. Like, we get a new subby once in a blue moon because, like, nobody finds me on YouTube, And my haters, of course, love that, They love to copy my topics, right? But they're not going to give me credit ever about anything. So they're very, very happy if I'm not doing well. I know. I see. I know everything. Don't you worry. I'm very up to date. Very up to date. So anyway, Kev sends me, Marc Jacobs is invited to the Met Gala. He usually is. I think every year he is. Hey, Pink Punk. Hey, Dacob. Didn't get any notifications about a live stream. Anyway, nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you so much, sweetie. Now, I'm having a good day. I hope you're having a good one, too. Good morning, Adora Bell. Listening on the train on my way to work. All right, sweetie. I'll try to make it fast, this Marc Jacobs story, so that you get to hear it before you have to turn it off when you get to work. Evian. Thank you, my love. Evian says, I wish I knew how to make your channel more visible. Yeah, I wish I knew too, to be perfectly honest with you. So anyway, now here's the thing. He's invited to the red carpet and he has an outfit prepared. I've never seen anybody do something like this, really, right before the Met Gala. Right before the Met Gala, Marc Jacobs goes live on his Instagram. And usually, if you're going to go live on your Instagram right before the Met Gala, you're going to want to promote yourself and you're going to want to say, hey guys, getting ready, glam time. Look at me getting pampered by 50 people. Look how important I am. Look how great I am. Look how I'm going to slay the car. You know what I mean? Like all of that dreadful shit we've seen 1,000 times. Really ridiculous. Larissa says, I understand that as a content creator, growth is important for you, but I must admit, though, that I adore the intimacy of our little fashion bunker. Well, thank you, Larissa. We get very personal and intimate in the pre-shows every Saturday. that's where we stay very cozy. You know, I don't mind if the main shows are a little bit more active with more chats and more people popping by, you know, and it is what it is. But every Saturday, there is a pre-show before the main show for Tier 2 YouTube members of my channel, as well as Tier 2 patrons of my channel. So that's every Saturday. It's a whole live stream before the live stream. It's like kind of us in the green room, getting the makeup ready and done, kikiing, gossiping, spilling the tea. What happens in the pre-show stays in the pre-show. In fact, I don't get that comment. I don't understand what that means. In fact, the last pre-show was so juicy that I might have to edit out a portion of the pre-show when I post it this week for the rewatch crew that are Tier 1 and Tier 2 members, because it was the first pre-show of the month. Every first Saturday of the month, Tier 1 members and Tier 1 patrons also get access to the pre-show, in addition to Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons who get access every Saturday to the pre-show. So, so Larissa, so you said, I understand as a content creator, growth is important for you. I must admit, though, that I adore the intimacy of our little fashion bunker. So, Larissa, little fashion bunker?
How dare you?
Okay, Bubbles. Little fashion bunker. Uh-huh. The shade. So anyway, so I might have to edit out the last part of that before we repost it to the members. Only the members who have actually seen it live know. Kate Scott. Thank you, my love.
Kate Scott donated $20. Greetings, sending love Super D. I dropped Coco Kate sometimes, cause I dropped Coco for now. I'm all about me a newest fam member, mini boxer girl puppy, and I'm so in love. Enjoying live stream XO.
Oh, thank you so much, my love. Thank you, sweetie. So, Katie, hit it, Bubbles. Let's drive towards the tip, baby. We live in ferret, die in ferret. Live in ferret, die in ferret. Discombobulated, complete discombobulated pronunciation. Thank you so much, sweetie. So where was we? Ah, yes. So we was talking about, so anyway, so there was something very juicy in the pre-show that I have to keep secret and hidden for now. And I really want to avoid it leaking. I don't want any information leaking. So that's why I'm probably going to have to edit out part of that pre-show so that just to be safe that nobody leaks anything. So if you saw it live, you know, we'll go. But now, as for Marc Jacobs, back to Marc Jacobs. So he's in his hotel room. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Our bunker is great. Dacob has tons of great stuff, and there are over 67,000 people who appreciate him. Thank you, my love. Some of those are rats, but most people do. I hope so. We're 130 subscribers away from 68,000, by the way. We're only 130 subbies away from 68,000 subscribers. So please subscribe if you're enjoying the content. It really means the world to me. And like, we're on our journey towards 100K. It's going to take a couple of years probably, but we're almost at 68,000. We just need 130 more. Now, we'll go. So he is, first of all, I'm sure he has an apartment or a house in New York, but you know, they all get to stay in a hotel close to the Met Gala. So he's in his hotel room. He's getting ready. They put huge nails on him. And Marc Jacobs starts a live stream on his Instagram, very short live stream, desperate. Okay? He's not ready for the red carpet. I mean, I've never seen something like this before. He's not ready for the red carpet. He's not ready for the Met Gala. He is sweating. He is upset. He is desperate. They put like these really long nails on him and he's like clicking the nails. He's like, oh my God, you guys. Oh my God, you guys. Like, I'm desperate. So he looks completely wasted to me. Okay. And he says, you guys, I'm making this video because I'm desperate because like I lost my bow tie somewhere at the reception. Please, if you see it, give it back to me. I need my bow tie. And I need the bow tie for the red carpet. And if I don't have it, can you give me something else? It can be a different material. Then he's like starts listing his preferences. I would like velvet. If not, then maybe silk, but it could be like this or it could be that. And then his team in the back says, don't tell them your hotel number. Like they're telling him like he's some grandpa who's going to spill the beans and tell everybody where he's staying at so that stalkers can come. And he's like, no, I'm not going to tell them the room number. I'll come to you to pick up the bow tie, or you come to me. I'm like, how can we come to you? Anyway, I think I have the video here. It falls under fair use because I'm talking about, we're describing it. It's directly from Marc Jacobs' own Instagram account. And I have to set it up, you guys. Let me just quickly set up the video, and then I'm going to show it to you. It's a very, very short little snippet. But Cinnamon Roll says, that's me every time I have to go somewhere. It shows us that he's human too, says Squirrel Sandwich. Oh, for sure. And don't get me wrong. I really, really, really love Marc. A woman who loves fashion. Thank you so much, sweetie.
Fashion donated $20. Keep it up. Love your channel.
Thank you so much, sweetie. The Hermes tip towards the tippy. Look at our little Hermes frisbee. And let's drive towards the tip, baby. Hit it, Bubbles. Thank you, thank you. Thank you guys so much for supporting the Fashion Bunker. You don't know how much it means to me. I repeat this every week. I know I'm annoying you, but it's really important for all the new people who join also to know that we almost never do sponsorships, which keeps the content streamlined, clean. You don't have to go like, oh God, here goes another 6-minute sponsorship about some product nobody wants to buy. We keep it sponsorship free thanks to your tips and donations and Patreon and memberships, just letting you guys know. So, really important. So let me try to play the Marc Jacobs video from his own Marc Jacobs Instagram account. Okay, I don't know if we have audio. Let me just shift it. So he's with the nails and everything, you guys. And bear with me. Like I said, I really respect him a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm not throwing shade at him. Like, I'm worried about him for sure. But yes, I agree with you guys. This is very human of him. And I love that he shares these insecurities with us. Definitely commendable. Definitely shows us that he's human and not this like weird, perfect creature that is untouchable. All right, the nail. You gotta love Marky. All right, Marky, hit it.
From the Carlisle, I'm having a little bit of a meltdown because I just lost a stone in my incredible manicure, and more importantly, I forgot my black satin, very wide, extra large bow tie, and that's the look, is like the bow tie and the vest and the nails. So I'm in a really desperate situation. So if anyone in the Carlisle Hotel has an extra black satin bow tie, I mean, any kind of black bow tie at this point, I would be forever in your debt, and I really would appreciate it. Is there some way you could go to the reception, DM, what are the other suggestions in the room? Anybody else?
Don't give anyone a room number.
No, I wasn't giving a room number, but I mean, I'll come to you. I mean, you can come to me, I can come to you, whatever it takes. I really just need that bow tie, this bow tie, badly. I need a bow tie, a black satin bow tie. Black 5 would work too, black satin would be best, but any kind of big black bow tie. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mark. I'm really worried for him, but I really do love him, so don't get me wrong. So anyway, thank you, Marky. Now, here's another moment. So this is Met Gala, okay. Now, he would make a great flight assistant, says Yana Clark. He is cute, Aish. Oh, the lips are a little bit much. Velociraptor nails, Mark is giving it all, says Apricus. Now, his team is what I'm having an issue with. How could they not foresee that something like this could happen, if I have to wear a bow tie to an event like this, I'm going to have 2 of them. One for just in case. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to have options. I'm not going to be that person that arrives to that hotel with just one item. I get it. Maybe this bow tie is the centerpiece of his outfit. Maybe it's like handmade with special, because the theme was like garden, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I haven't seen the bow tie. When I go to the Cannes Film Festival, and you've seen me, I've done vlogs at the Cannes Film Festival a couple of years ago. I have multiple ties with me, multiple jackets, multiple like suits, multiple accessories. I don't go to the Cannes Film Festival without, Marquis. But again, I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming his team, his glam team. Like those dudes are sitting there on the window chilling, telling him, don't give away the room number. Like, you guys should be working for him. You should be helping him. Why don't you have your shit together, guys? You should have maybe thought about that he might be ditzy or losing stuff. And so you think ahead and you prepare and you go, you know what? He's going to lose this boat. Oh boy, he's going to lose this boat. Let's have a second one just in case. And then you're ready. That's what he's paying you for. So I'm upset with the team, not with him. Nancy says, but all the more reason to make sure it's packed. His team is too chill, right? Carol, I agree with you. Just sitting there, right, Heaven? But anyway, I just want to thank from the bottom of my heart Kev for keeping me so up to date on all of these things. Kev is my savior. Kev sends me, he's so sharp, Kev knows. So Kev sent me this video. So thank you, Kev. Heaven says they should be running on the streets looking if they messed up. And by the way, credit is important. Give credit where credit is due. Unlike some YouTubers that still don't seem to have learned their lesson. And they still keep acting as if they invented the wheel. I can't believe the team can't be bothered. Right, Karina? I also felt like really awkward about that. Karina says, totally agree. Why were they sitting? They should have been finding a bow tie for him. Yeah, no, instead he went live to beg people to bring him a bow tie. I mean, it's kind of sad, but I found it amusing. That to me is the Met Gala. Like those are the moments that to me are interesting about the Met Gala. Like the tea about Anna Wintour not wearing. The outfit she was wearing was terrible. It's the necklace for me. Anna Wintour's necklace on the red carpet, travesty. Olivier Clement, how's it going, sweetie? Welcome to the chats. This year Met Gala theme is about a book ending in total collapse. Maybe he's in the theme. Possibly. It was definitely entertaining to watch his reel on Instagram. That video was from Marc Jacobs' Instagram account. Oh, Yana Clark. Thank you, my love.
Janu_Klar donated $21.46. Just a small tip for all the work you put into keeping the bunker alive and sponsorship free.
Thank you.
I appreciate you and your work.
Thank you, my love. And I'm wishing you fun times with your comete. Yana Clark just got a bottle. Look how much I used up of this thing. We're working on the final review. It's going to take some time. But I put a dent in this bottle, okay? Loving it more and more. It grows on you more and more. Plus, today I'm wearing it layered with number 5 Extrait. It's a whole other level. A whole other, like, every Chanel perfume is actually, if you haven't figured it out already, every Chanel perfume is built to be layerable with Chanel number 5 Extrait. Hands down. Try it out. Let me know. Every single Chanel perfume, if you layer it with Chanel number 5, it works. It's like everything is built from that DNA. Every other perfume originates from number 5 and evolves in another direction, but it always can rein itself back onto the roots. And so if you add number 5 to any one of these, you get a whole other world that works together. So anyway, just a little FYI. And here's to the tip. Let's drive towards the tip, sweetie. Hit it, Bubbles. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Paula Allen, how's it going, sweetie? Welcome to the chat. Anna Winter has turned Vogue into the most boring magazine ever. For the glory days when Diana Freeland was the editor. Well, those were the days. Anna is very business oriented. It's just she's a sniper. And there's very little space left for creativity there. It's all about investors, money, investors. She has to keep the business running. I get it. And she does a great job at keeping it running. But it doesn't feel creative to me either. You know what I mean? Patrice says, I'm waiting for the final review of Comete. Thank you so much, sweetie. Yes. You know, the final review of Comete is coming. And unlike some YouTubers, I do not have to cough and use certain pussy escamotages to throw shade at someone. If I have to throw shade at you, I will. And you'll know I am. Without having to do the or the wink wink. I can add the and the wink wink, but I will also formulate very clearly the shade towards you. So there's that. But then again, if I'm on your radar, that means you know I'm a threat to you. Let's keep it that way. Now, I have a heck of a show for you today. This was, by the way, not for anybody in the chats. It was about somebody else. Mahora, oh, you've gone through 10 samples of Comete? Okay, I mean, I don't know with you. You keep changing your mind, girl, about everything. So I'm not going to ask your opinion at this point. You have shocked all of us, Mahora, with Shalimar Milazim Diris. You have shocked Aish. You have shocked Audrey. Audrey has not slept the entire night because of your information about Shalimar Milazim Diris. Aish is shook. She can't work today. She can't work because of what you did to her by telling her that now you're like Shalimar Milazim Diris. Meh. Cha. It's a masterpiece of a perfume, just my humble opinion. But hi, Love DIY. Danny in the house. Hi, sweetheart. Hello, everyone. Hi, Danny. How's it going, my love? I hope you're doing well. Simon Roll says, in my boutique, they still don't have Comete. They have to. It was worldwide official release on the 1st of May, and in some countries, the 2nd and 3rd of May. But by now, they have to have it. And if they didn't get it, they're not going to get it. I mean, nobody sold out of it because the prices went up. So it's not selling out. Let's be perfectly honest here. But Danny, it arrived. I know you told me you ordered Comete. I overheard Comete. It's luscious. Isn't it gorgeous? Try layering it with the extrait of Chanel No. 5, which is what I did today. I have it right on. No, it's like another world. Comete with Chanel No. 5, extrait, together. The interesting thing about it is it also makes you smell out different facets of No. 5. It's not like No. 5, extrait, enhances Comete, which it does. But I was more so shocked that Comete allowed me to access a different layer of Chanel No. 5. And that was that was like the mind-blowing thing to me. It was really, really awesome. Jacqueline McKinney, love when Dacob speaks one of his many languages, so well educated. Thank you, Jacqueline. Very kind of you. Thank you. And I know, Danny, that you have the extrait, so you can definitely test it out. It's, oh my God, so beautiful. Really, really, you guys. I mean, I wouldn't be using up so much of it if I didn't really enjoy it that much. It's such a beautiful perfume. I mean, look how much we're using up of this thing. I mean, it's a lot. Okay. It's a dent. You know what I mean? It's been a month now. So we're going through this. Way to comment each other, squirrel sandwich. And I can tell you this, like I said earlier, every Chanel perfume complements itself with No. 5. It really does. Mahora says Comete is a No. 5 flanker. But Mahora, every Chanel perfume is a No. 5 flanker. That's kind of the mind-boggling thing. The beauty. you guys, let's not forget one thing. So here I have Chanel number 5, the extrait, in its little satchel that I kind of carry it in. I have the spray version that looks like a lippy, right? So let's not forget. Oh my God. Yeah, no, this is a drug to me. It's just, Let's not forget that when Ernest Beau first released number 5 for Chanel, this was over 180 ingredients, or let's say 180 notes or accords were in here. Okay. Then, the Wertheimers came in and reduced that to 80 to make it more profitable. Quelle surprise. Now, all the other Chanel fragrances, they don't go so complex like this one does. You see what I'm saying? So this one is the originator. This is the DNA. This is the heart of Chanel perfumes. And then every other fragrance kind of blooms, veers off from this heart and concentrates, focuses on one of those 180 accords, and then builds on that accord to create a new facet. But at the end of the day, every Chanel perfume can be reined back in to the core, which is this little baby here, the extrait of Chanel number 5. So it is beautiful to see how they keep reinventing the same structure, giving it a new facet, a new nuance, and Comete is that new nuance of Chanel number 5. It's amazing, just saying. So anyway, there you go. It's like every live stream I had a little tidbit more about Comete. By the way, hashtag not sponsored. I bought it myself. Unlike other people who get it for free and then all they do is read the press release. How entertaining for the viewers. So, Love DIY says, when I smelled the pure fragrance, I knew why Marilyn wore it and nothing else, right? Debbie sent me a little tidbit of information, and we're going to have a topic about this. It clicked to you. Okay, Maura, I'm glad it did. Now, Debbie told me about this, and I was like, oh boy. I guess the boys are not canceled after all. But we're gonna touch base on this topic. Let me just open it up. Topic courtesy of Debbie. Let me just... Debbie came through. Yeah, she did. Okay, hold on. On my end, the computer is jittery. So, am I centered? Yeah. Okay, everything is moving so slowly. Jeez. All right. Okay. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. In our continuous challenges again. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. In our continuous attempt at analyzing the future of luxury, or the end thereof, we have encountered several roadblocks on the way. One of them being luxury brands creating escamotages, little tricks to make us buy more from them, to create more FOMO. And right when the aspirational customer, the poor customer, can't afford the overpriced, and when certain brands outprice themselves out of the market, products, then these brands try to retaliate by creating other experiences for the aspirational customer just to keep milking us as much as possible for whatever we're worth. So they start opening restaurants. I'm looking at Gucci, Dior, LVMH, Louis Vuitton opening at Doha Airport, an entire restaurant lounge. Versace having spa resorts in Australia and elsewhere. Chanel having the Beige restaurant at the top of their boutique in Japan. And yes, you understand. And then they're starting to do more and more, the Cheval Blanc for LVMH, their kind of Louis Vuitton resort, hotels everywhere, very luxurious. Well, now, as if these brands did not have enough, as if these brands did not look for enough ways to milk you for whatever you're worth, they're stepping it up a notch. And I do believe that they're stepping it up a notch now because, well, the lockdowns and the pandemic that we were in, some people became very, very, very rich during that time, and most other people became very, very, very poor. But the brands themselves, while people were cashing in, their checks or whatever they were doing while they were not traveling across the world, they were not doing holidays, everybody was on lockdown, people were ordering luxury goods a lot online. This made a lot of these luxury brands a ton of money. Some of these brands were even profiting very much off of, even creating the masks. Many luxury brands were selling you their luxury version of their masks, to walk around to protect yourself from a certain little candy cane, as we like to call it here, because we can't call it by its name on YouTube. So, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot has happened. A lot of money has been earned. And now a lot of that money needs to be invested into places so that they can keep making money off of the money that they earned. But now that the lockdowns are over, people have not returned to purchase a lot of their clothes and accessories and bags and shoes because the prices are way too high for the aspirational customer that cannot afford them anymore. So now what are they doing? They're opening up. They're building buildings for you to purchase luxury apartments. So this topic comes courtesy of our moderatrice du jour, Debbie. Debbie kind of raised awareness towards this topic to me, so thanks, Debs, for this. And as read on Dezine, fashion brand Dolce & Gabbana, as if they were not canceled. No, they're not. They are building a skyscraper in Miami. And I have pictures. Now, before we get to the nitty-gritty and the money and how this is going to look like, subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Dacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. Come join me. Come join the fun. Come join the chats. And everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Thumb up the video if you're liking it and subscribe. Cue in Exhibit A, the Dolce & Gabbana Tower, the 888 Tower. This is a rendition, a rendering. I think they're going to open it and sell all the things by 2028. Right now, this location is, it's going to be a super tall skyscraper, like 90 stories high or something. Well, we'll get all the details. But right now, and in this area, there is a little local newspaper building with a Hispanic language newspaper building. So they're going to tear down that building. The building is super cute, by the way, but it's a tiny building. They bought it. They're going to tear it down and they're going to build this thing. So the fashion brand Dolce & Gabbana has released renderings of a super tall skyscraper in Miami, created in collaboration with New York architecture practice studio Sofield, which will be its first branded residence. Located in the Brickell neighborhood of downtown Miami, the 90-story, so I was correct, 90 stories. The 90-story tower will reach 1,049 feet or 320 meters, the same height as the city's in-progress first super tall skyscraper, the Waldorf Astoria, Miami. Now, obviously, Dolce & Gabbana, Miami. I mean, the money laundering of it all. Allegedly everything. But you know what I'm saying? This can only happen in Miami, okay? And this can only collapse in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Because like, girl, so obviously Miami, there's like the taxes are, you know, the income tax or what is it? The state tax you don't pay. So this is a way to have huge tax deductions in America. I don't mind saying so myself, but allegedly. But let's get to the details. I mean, this thing is huge. 90 stories building, made by Dolce & Gabbana, owned by Dolce & Gabbana. They're going to be selling you apartments, condos, suites. They're going to be selling them to you. There's also going to be a hotel, so you can also rent rooms in here. Named the 888 Brickell, the skyscraper will host 259 Dolce & Gabbana designed residences, restaurants and bars, and amenities such as pool deck, event space, and fitness and spa center. Renderings show a slim tower on a rectangular base wrapped in double-height windows. Open-air amenity areas are located both on top of the base and on the building's roof, which domes a bronze rectangular cap. They have imported marble from Italy, rare stones from Italy. Now imagine the anti-sustainability of all of this. Months and months of ships driving from somewhere in Italy to America, carrying tons and tons of these rocks and these materials that they want to bring from Italy, claiming that these are Italian. I mean, the decadence of all of this, right? They will furbish every apartment. Everything. The chairs are signature Dolce & Gabbana home. The coffee mugs are Dolce & Gabbana. Your water kettle is branded Dolce & Gabbana. In other words, you are living in a branded building, okay? And first of all, the prices start at $3.5 million. That's the cheapest condo. Okay, you can buy one for $3.5 million, and the most expensive one, if you really want to launder that money, okay, if you really earned that money during the lockdown, in whichever way, sketchy or not sketchy, if you really got that money, then it will cost you $35 million for one condo. People are getting poorer and poorer. The rich are getting richer and richer, but there's less and less rich and more poor. And yet we have the money to build this stuff? And yet we have the money to plan this stuff out? Think about who's going to buy condos here. Think about the amount of I can't even say it on you. You know what I mean? Who's going to buy the... Yeah, I don't want to be 100 miles of distance or, proximity to this building, because this is going to be full of dangerous people. Just saying. Next picture. This is the interiors. They want dark stones. They want mystery. They're going to have the maculato furniture. So in other words, the leopard, the gepard, the classic animalier print on a lot of the furniture in the restaurants, in the spa area, in the gym area, all the luxury areas. At the reception when you enter, everything, there's this darkness, that kind of alluring, slightly scary. Don't forget, Domenico is from Sicily. Sicily, that's where the mafia was born, honey. He knows the aesthetic, okay? So very much that is what you're going to get in this huge building that's supposed to be opened up by 2028. And we'll go. Let me show you the next picture. This is one of the condos, very Dolce & Gabbana boutique with these kind of Murano glass chandeliers hanging in the middle of the room, occupying the entire space. I mean, this is very much like Housewives of something. And honestly, it's expensive. It's luxury. but hear me out on this. You might like this type of style, not me. There's a cheapness to this, in my humble opinion. Not in price, don't get me wrong, but you gotta be a certain type of person to like this aesthetic. Hear me out on this. If I had the hundreds of millions of dollars to live wherever I want, I would not want to live here. I would not want to be seen in this building with other shady people, potentially shady people living here. I wouldn't want to be seen anywhere near here. If I had all that money, I would do something like Bjork did. One of the houses that Bjork owns is somewhere in the middle of a forest, built by some, architect that made this kind of cement building that blends into the forest. But, in other words, I would want to live alone. If I had all that money, I would want to be isolated in some building that is very futuristic for me, not this type of luxury. I don't want to look like my apartment is a hotel lobby, like the Hilton, with some expensive Murano chandeliers hanging around. This is just not my style whatsoever. I'm thinking more, I would want Pantone furniture, Werner Pantone, not Pantone, which is a different thing altogether. Ero Arnio furniture would be my furniture of choice from the space age era, from the late 60s. Ero Arnio, love it. I would want something like Hanging Water. Go Google that building. Lloyd Wright. That's the aesthetic that I would go for if I had that money. In other words, I would hire an architect to build something together with me, to design something together with me for my needs, something that caters to my desires. Falling Water. What did I call it? I meant Falling Water. If I said something else, my apologies. Falling Water. Falling Water is a wonderful example of architecture. It's in Pennsylvania. I went to visit the house. Gorgeous. I had a ghost experience happen to me in that building. So I'm thinking about this contrast of this is money today. This is why I say this is the end of luxury. This is vulgar to me. Okay. This is the end of luxury to me because this is, you gotta have the plumped up lips, the BBL butt, the nails, the surgeries. You gotta be the hoe type to really feel comfortable here. Just my opinion. You gotta be that type of rich with that aesthetic to feel comfortable here. And this is luxury today. Okay? This is what it's come to. This is very expensive, but it's made to show off wealth and nothing more, in my opinion. It's ugly to me, in other words. Okay. So Mahora says there is a reason why they're building it in Miami, LOL. Well, don't we know it? Next picture. Okay, next picture. That's it for Dolce & Gabbana. There are more pictures if you go, they have a whole website with a ton more pictures where you can see more of this. Okay, but Miami is not just limiting itself to a Dolce & Gabbana building a luxury house with house, building, skyscraper. No, another luxury brand is doing the same. Again in Miami, and again begs the question, why Miami? We know why, but for the sake of argument, let's put a question mark there. Bentley's, the car company, the luxury car company, they also cater to that type of client. And they've also built an entire city, house, village where you can buy extremely luxurious condos, apartments, or you can also go, to the hotel. There's a hotel portion, and I'm going to show you pictures of Bentley's. The Bentley's building. They're reassuring us that even though the building is a little bit warped, every condo is the same size. The only thing that changes is the size of your balcony. Some balconies are bigger than other balconies, but the interior apartment is always the same size. I'm like, oh, phew, thank God for that. Good, because I was starting to get worried that my, I don't know how many $1 million condo is going to be smaller than the other Oompa Loompas condo above me. How dare they think that they can have a bigger condo than me? So this is Bentley's. And this is the Bentley residences. Okay. You see, I mean, I can't deal with this type of people that have this aesthetic. And this is just, to me, the opposite of luxury, really. This is just expensive ostentation. But anyway, let me show you the next picture. And basically you can, this is the kicker, you guys. I mean, it looks like a hotel room. We'll go. These are all renderings. This one is going to open up 2026 around about, or 2028. And you can start purchasing, your condos here. And everything is made with materials that they would also use for the interiors of their cars. So they're using the aesthetic of the Bentley cars, of the woods, of the leathers, the textures, some of the hyper futuristic elements of the furniture that are also implemented in the car design. But the kicker is, and I don't know if the next picture is going to show. Let me show you the next picture. Every single apartment or condo, whatever you want to call it, has its own garage for several cars. So when you buy an apartment here, you also get access to an elevator for your car, for your Bentley car, that will, no matter which floor you're on, no matter which floor you are on, you will have your own little window where you will park your own Bentley car so that you will enjoy your car like it were an exhibition in a museum from your own apartment. You're going to have access to your car behind a glass. We'll go. I mean, this is so ugly. I mean, if you're a fan of cars, okay, you want to see your car when you have your Egg McMuffin in the morning. Okay, you want to look at your Bentley while you're having your Egg McMuffin. They have all the kitchen. This is a kitchen. By the way, this is a kitchen, and you might think, well, hold on, it's just a wooden wall. Yeah, it's a wooden wall that opens up, and the kitchen is hiding inside. So you extend everything, and it's a whole cooking niche area that you shut closed if you have guests coming, visiting, staying with you. So you can shut off the kitchen, or you can also make it visible. And they say, from what I've heard, and everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. I've heard that you're going to get up to 4 parking spots per apartment. And you can rotate them. You know what I mean? Your cars are like visible from every different room because the rooms are kind of circular. La Jota says, I can't wait to park my Toyota there. They won't let you in with a Toyota, honey. Allegedly. So Nectarine Man says, so you're saying that the garage is taking up space where the real kitchen would be? What here is how the kitchen also looks like from a different apartment. And this is all your cars. And you can park up to 4 cars in there. Here's another example, another rendering. You got the living room space, you got and everything is designed by Bentley, all the furniture, all the kitchen, the thingamajigs. Y'all. You gotta be a certain type of person with a certain type of cultural background to like this, to want this. And it works in Miami because of whatever tax write-offs you can do here, whatever. The prices, the layout and the features of Bentley Residences Miami. The projected completion date is 2026. The apartments will boast 3 bedrooms priced between, are you ready for this? Cheapest one, entry level, if you are aspirational within the billionaires club. If you are that billionaire poverty person, it will cost you $4 million, but it will go up to $15 million. Prices range between $4 million and $15 million. So this is poverty compared to the Dolce & Gabbana apartments that are going to go up to $35 million. Now, this might not mean that luxury is coming to an end, but it definitely, in my humble opinion, means that taste is done. It's unalived. It's kicked the bucket. We're entering a new era of that 1% of the rich are just lost the taste, lost the style, everything. And we're just money, big major money invested, twisted, turned, tax deductions. Oh, the money laundering of it all, allegedly. Here's the last picture. I forgot to mention one thing, you guys, and I'm going to mention it now. Every apartment doesn't only have its own garage, visible behind glass doors, but every apartment also has its own swimming pool. There you go. We'll go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. And until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Love you loads. Subscribe. Thumb up the video. Bye. Mahora. One tsunami and it's over. Hi, Nectarine Man. They want a car that's been all over these nasty roads. And my actual hoose. Well, I'd stay in the pool, says Debbie. I'll visit and swim, says Danny. Hi, Finley. Good morning, sweetie. Good that the Nectarine Man is with us because after this live, and Vel is with us. Good that Vel is with us because after this live stream, I will be redirecting you to Totally Dacob, where we're gonna play the word game. So stay tuned because obviously after this, we're gonna play a game. But welcome back, Vel. We'll go. I mean, it's a bit shocking, isn't it? It's a bit shocking. Now that we've covered the Met Gala, Marc Jacobs, the new self-made Camélia, the Dolce & Gabbana skyscraper, the Bentley building. Hold on. Just typing out. La Hota has been member for 41 months, tier 1. Yes, Hota. Thank you for the super chat without the super chat. No text. He's just sending us a notification. Thank you, Louis. Danny, it was very disturbing. Yeah. Definitely. Angie says, oh no, can't join word game tonight. Need to commute to work tomorrow morning. Oh no, Angie, what are we going to do without you? We got to guess those words. We made it to level 25, which I'm really glad we have, but it's such a tough game. Need some Starbucks right now, says Caro. Heaven says, scary Debbie, but great article. So thank you, Debbie, for letting me know about the Dolce & Gabbana skyscraper. Here's to Debs. I've got the perfect at-home coffee finally down, says Heaven. Ah, perfect. I thought post something, but I'm still sleeping. Oh no, Louis! You didn't push the send button properly to have the text in it. We have another topic. Bernard Arnault is at it again. And can you believe? And hold on a second. Where is he? I thought What time is it where you are in the world? Here it's 1:30 p.m., says Larissa. Well, for me, I'm everywhere. I'm exactly where you are right now. So for you, it's 1:30 p.m. I'm right there with you right now. So for me, it's 1:30 p.m. as well. Would have stayed. Don't worry, sweetie. We'll miss you, but we'll try to make it work. At least to level 13. I don't know. Leanne, how's it going, Leanne? I haven't seen you in a while. 4:30 a.m. Heaven says, and cold again, and wet again. Yeah, I know. It's like, and that was spring, everybody. It's winter all over again. Hi, Blingy Bacon. Corinne says 7:30 p.m. in Singapore. Cinnamon Roll says it's 1:30 p.m. So we're all over the world. I love the fact that we're all over the world. Throwing shade everywhere we go. Hey, Simon Poor, glad to be part of the live stream again. I have been in Biarritz the past days and just got the Chanel perfume Biarritz. I have fallen in love. Oh, that's so beautiful. Simone, I would highly recommend also getting the Biarritz body lotion to layer with the Biarritz perfume. It's going to enhance the trail of it. It's really, really nice to layer the two. Jacqueline says, Dacob, forgive me if you already covered this. What do you think of the recent Pharrell Tiffany collaboration? Jacqueline, go check out my last live stream or 2 live streams ago. I have covered it. We have spoken about it. Who still has their knitwear out? Oh, I do, Heaven. I always have my knitwear out. I always have my knitwear out, you guys. It's 9:30 p.m. in Sydney, says Karina. Shelby says 6:30 a.m. Debbie says last live. Oh, thanks, Debbie. We covered the Pharrell Tiffany collab in the last live stream. 6:30 a.m. for Terry. JLB says, Bonjour tout le monde. Nice to have a live on this bank holiday. Thank you, Dacob, for keeping me entertained while gardening on my balcony. Well, good morning, JLB. I'm glad you're having fun on your bank holiday. So you're not working today. Oh, that's fabulous. Mahora says, are you in the same universe? Kate Scott is asking. Mahora says, no, Kate, I'm not in the same universe. Jacqueline says, thanks. I'll definitely check out the previous live stream on the Pharrell collab with Tiffany. Thumb up the live stream, you guys. Let's get those thumbs rolling. Oh, Danny, you're knitting? Love that. Love that for all of us. Knit is very, very relaxing and soothing. Larissa says, I'm a knitter. I always have knitwear out. I capito. Brava, Larissa. Leanne says, it's convention season. I have very early mornings. Oh, cha, I get it. I feel for you. Terry says, quite a few of us in U.S. Central Time Zone. Yes, quite a bit. But there's quite a bit Australians, too. And also, Singapore is in the house. And Europe, definitely. You know, so India, I've seen there's quite a few. India doesn't comment as much, but we have quite a few fellow Indians in the house as well. And Canadians, of course, you know. Oh, Jacqueline, thank you, darling. Oh, that is so titillating. My thumbs are always up for you. Thank you, darling. Kari is in the EU. Heaven says, it's cold in Australia right now. Well, yeah, it's kind of autumn heading towards winter in Australia now. Star Medicine says, I'm just getting home from work. It's 4:30 a.m. in Los Angeles. Mahora, careful with the words. Heaven says, oh, Italy, nice. Angie says, quite cold. Southeastern U.S. 6:30 a.m. tornado watch today. Oh, boy, Finley. Oh, boy. Yes, it has been cold and raining all week. Oh, boy, tornado watch. As exciting as the movie Twister was. And I do love the first Twister movie. You know they're bringing out Twister 2? They're calling it Twister again or something like that. As much as I love that movie, I would not want to be living right next to twisters, tornadoes, hurricanes. I don't want to see that thing twirling coming for me and my home. Like, that is a terrifying feeling. That is, to me, just as scary as being in the ocean, looking down and having that black void, and you don't know if a shark is going to come from underneath and bite you. That fear, that terrifying fear that I have of being in like deep waters where I don't see the bottom. Terrifying fear of that. I have a phobia of that. Same when the twisters are coming, and you don't know if they're going to just turn at one point and come for you. Like, I feel for you, Finley. Like, the anxiety is real. Like, anxiety is real for me. Vel says, thank goodness Australia doesn't have the tornadoes and the hurricanes and the twisters. Yeah, Vel, but haven't you suffered enough? You got animals that literally bite your head off, okay? Australia has some of the most creepy animals. Like, you've suffered enough. Like, the last thing you need in Australia, on top of all the insects the size of your car, the insects the size of your car, you don't need a hurricane on top of that. Like, Australia has suffered enough. You got insects the size of your car, you got the penal colony situation, and you got some YouTubers that are luxury YouTubers that are amongst the most ratchet in the whole world. You have suffered enough, Australia. You have suffered enough. Minus Jessie. Jessie's amazing. Come for me, I dare you. So there you go. IYKYK. I know, Val, spiders be flying left and right. Yeah, no, it's devastating. Thank goodness I was in Australia when it was winter. So for me, it was like, okay, not all of the animals were like, not all of the insects were out yet. Oh, Simon, welcome to Tier 1. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. You've been a Tier 1 member for a while now. I see your bottle is getting filled up. Thank you. Love DIY says, I have family everywhere, but some in Fort Worth. I just don't understand how people can coexist with the Sharknadoes. Oh my God, Love DIY. Just the other day, I watched like a flanker of Sharknado, and it was called Monster T-Rex Nado. It was so bad. I had to click on it because the name was like insane, and literally CGI'd monsters in the tornado. The weirdest, all the monsters possible are in this tornado, flying and biting people. I mean, it was so bad that it was good, kind of, still very bad trash. Louis says, we have hurricanes, twistas, and certain type of people in Texas. I'm with you, Australia. Careful with those words, Louis, in the chats, because YouTube is at the moment very, very magnifying glass. Queensland does get cyclones, though, Karina says. I would totally watch that, too, says, oh my God, Danny, it was so bad, it was good. I fell asleep to it because it was, like, that bad. And there was, like, hookers in a hotel lobby, and the movie was, like, about these hookers. I mean, it was really good. You know what I mean? And then it turns out that the hookers are FBI. Because at the reception, they wanted to kick out the hookers, and the hookers like, hold it before you judge me. I'm actually with the FBI. So it was something. It was wild. Hey, David Marr. Sharknado. We love the old school Sharknado. Of course we do. Jedi Monkey, how's it going? Swam with whale sharks in the Philippines and swam with dolphins in Mauritius. Wow, that is beautiful. But that's like magic. That's like paradise. Paradise. Good morning, Linda S. How's it going? Good morning, Bunker Fam. I just saw something about Linda online. What was the joke? What was it in the news? There was a Linda situation, or somebody was selling something. What did I see? Was it on TikTok? I can't remember. Words now added to blog. Thank you, Debs. Nothing like a Sharknado. Oh, Vel, don't I know it? Suffering from IBS. Don't I know it? Don't I know it? Yes, Mahora. Y'all might get Sharknadoes, but Dacob and I get Sharknadoes. Yes, we do. Give me anything with a bit of dairy, honey. I'll see you tomorrow after I spend the night on the toilet. Just saying. I mean, we keep it mighty real here. Heaven says dolphins. That's a dream to swim with them. Yeah. Although, Heaven, you know that there's been reports of dolphins humping humans in the water. So be careful. I'm just saying, because dolphins are hungry too. Dolphins be very hungry, especially teenage dolphins. They are hungry. Dolphins are hungry, okay? And when they see a human that they like, they can be like, oh, hey, cutie. What will go, will go. What will go, will go. Oh, my God. I also read another tidbit of information about crows. Now, did I take a screenshot for this? Somebody posted on the Instagrams, crows ripping bird spikes off a building. And so people started talking about how crows are super intelligent. It was a reel on Instagram. And people started saying, crows are really intelligent. And then, of course, I had to remember Wendy Williams saying, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are never going to get married. Otherwise, she's going to eat crow. And then apparently she ate crow because she was wrong. And then apparently she started getting cuckoo after she ate crow. So people started thinking the crow meat did it, whatever. Allegedly, we don't know. But so people started saying crows are super intelligent and crows hold a grudge. Did you know that? So apparently crows are one of the most, together with ravens, and Debbie loves her ravens, crows, they talk with each other and they transmit knowledge from generation to generation. And they remember faces. So like scientists that are analyzing crows, that are like experimenting on them, they have to wear masks on their face so that the crows never recognize them. So the crows, so this one person underneath that video, somebody shot a video of a crow unscrewing the screws of the spikes on the building and throwing the spikes off the building so that the crow can sit on the building. Like that's how clever it was. Apparently, Nanzi, thank you for becoming a patron. Thank you, my love. So crows apparently have the brain of a 7-year-old kid. That's advanced, okay? They talk to each other and they remember faces. And this one lady in the chats, in the comment section underneath that reel said, hey guys, I have an issue with a crow because I had an altercation with a crow. Okay. So she said, she's like, I have beef with a crow, basically, because I parked my car underneath a lamp post and the crow kind of gawked at me and I was like she told the crow off. She's like, what the fuck, do you want, blah, blah. And the crow started shitting on her car and it didn't stop every day. She had an altercation with the crow and she shared it in the comment section or in the comments underneath the reel. And people started saying, oh, be careful. You got to make peace with that crow because you have offended it. So now it remembers your face. Not only does it remember your face, it's going to tell all its offspring who you is because crows hold a grudge. Those mofos are not going to let you go. So you better, and then people started commenting like, giving recipes, give it peanuts, give it non-salted peanuts, give it this, give it that, give it the food, make a peace offering to the crow. And somebody said, apologize to your overlord, the crow, because it's not going to let you go. And she's like, oh my God, you guys, are you for real? Seriously, is this really going to happen? And then like 50, 60 comments underneath that, they were all talking about how crows remember and they pass on knowledge to future generations. And they also tell their neighboring crows about you so that they hold a grudge and they will attack you. Now, so be careful, you guys. When you see a crow, respect the crow. It's not like the crows are just mean. If they like you, ravens as well, Debs, yes. If crows like you, they will be your friend. Hear me out, allegedly, from what I'm reading from these comments. And then I started like digging into it, watching YouTube videos about it. If a crow likes you, it will help you. And apparently, you can also teach a crow to attack your enemies. To all my witches and warlords out there. Now, somebody commented, said, there's a story I heard about a little girl who would feed crows in her neighborhood. When she grew up, she realized that the crows would kind of follow her around the neighborhood and they always brought her gifts. In her early 20s, she had moved not too far away, but far enough that it's weird. And she went out for photography one day and dropped a lens cap over a railing that she couldn't reach. By the time she got home, the lens cap was on her back porch. In other words, the crows that she grew up with and their families, they kept following her, even when she moved far away from the neighborhood she was living in. And the crows told other crows from other crow families about her, so that other crows kept an eye on her. So when she lost her lens cap, a crow flew, picked it up, and flew it back to her porch. When you see a crow, respect the crow. Just saying. You want them to remember you as a friend, not as a foe, because you cannot win against the crow. Oh, little rhyme. And also people started saying in the chats, just like with, and I don't want to, it's really hard to use the right word now. Are we allowed to say Indian or do we say Native American? Because America wasn't America before it was America. It had a different name. So just like with Indians, and I hope I'm not offending anybody by saying Indians right now. Correct me in the chats immediately if I'm using the wrong terminology. First people, okay. The first peoples. Just like the first peoples, the crows have been here before us. So don't forget, you are on the crow's land. The crow is not on your land. Respect the crow. Respect the crow. Respect the crow. Oh, Simon, thank you so much, my love.
Simon donated $10. Hello to you, Dacob, the skinny legend. I told Virginie that she should have included Beyoncé's music in the runway show at that atrocious brutalist building. I have been kidnapped in Marseille. I am stuck in a kinky club. Send.
Wait, hold on. Let me read the chat again. Sorry, because I have the light flashing at me. I can't see it, and Bubbles was very low in the audio for me. Let me just reread, and then I'm going to pop your cherry. So Simon just sent us a little thank you. Thank you so much, Simon. Simon says, hello to you, Dacob, the skinny legend. Honey, I wish I were skinny, girl. But thank you. I told Virginie that she should have included Beyoncé's music in the runway show at the atrocious brutalist building in Marseille, the cruise collection. I have been kidnapped in Marseille. I'm stuck in a kinky club. Send help, love. Oh my God, Simon, that sounds fabulous, darling, in the worst way possible, but we keep it fashion. Thank you so much, sweetie. Here's a little Hermes wheel running towards that Simon tip, honey. Hit it, Bubbles. Oh, Simon, I don't know if it was as good for you as it was for me, honey, but we'll go. So first peoples, so there you go. You're on the crows territory, not the other way around. Did you guys also know that crows are one of the only birds that are not allowed to be filmed? It's illegal in the States. You cannot film with crows. You're not allowed to. So if some of you maybe remember 6 Feet Under, one of my favorite TV shows, okay, after Twin Peaks. I love Alan Ball's 6 Feet Under. I adored that show so much. In the opening sequence, there's a bird. It's supposed to be a crow. But Alan Ball said in the DVD extras, he said, it's illegal to film a crow for a movie. You're not allowed to in the States. So we had to take another bird that looks like a crow and make it pass for a crow, but it's not a crow. Is that interesting? Little trivia for you. We'll go. Simon says, I wish those crows would bring me some Cartier love bracelets. Well, Simon, that's the thing. They're also talking about it underneath that real video. They say, my crows, because some people made friends with their crows. They're feeding them peanuts and nuggets and stuff. And then the crows bring them gifts as a thank you. Now, some crows bring you bones of chickens, and they bring you, stuff you can't really do anything with, but it's kind of cute. But some crows bring you the shiny objects. So some people find pennies, bracelets in their oh yes. You feed the crow brings you the dough. But you gotta be really lucky, because mostly they're gonna bring you some dead rodent as a thank you. But which is kind of cute too, in a very macabre way, but cute. Heaven says, I would like some diamonds and a pizza. There you go. Jenno says, so all those crows in movies shot in the US are CGI or some similar looking bird? Exactly, Jenno. Unless they were shot before the law was introduced. Because that's a law that at a certain point was introduced, and from that moment on, you could not use crows in movies. And did you guys also know that a family of crows was super fascinating? A flock of crows is called a murder. Did you know that? A flock of crows is called a murder. It's the term for a flock of crows. Can the crow bring me a Birkin? Well, with love, if it can lift a Birkin, it can bring you a Birkin. Jana Clar says, I need a personal luxury crow. Yeah, we all do. We all do. A crow once brought me a twink. Ah, Mahora, that tiny twink. Very little twink. Poor twink. You must have destroyed him. Heaven says, Yana, a personal shopping crow. Exactly. A personal shopper crow. So a flock of crows is a murder. And Debbie, a flock of ravens is called something even more. Oh darn! I missed that chat. Wait, I'll have to Google it. It's even more scary. The flock of ravens. Flock of ravens is called unkindness. A flock of ravens is called unkindness, and a flock of crows is called murder. I mean, so fascinating. So fast. And so fashion. You guys, okay, we're talking about birds here, but like, you know, birds of a feather stick together. So there's that. But also, birds are utilized in fashion quite a bit, whether it be their feathers or the entire bird or just the concept of the drawings of birds. So even though we're having this weird conversation, it's still connected to fashion. Isn't that fabulous? I find it fabulous. Gosh, I've been thinking about birds all week and wake up to this talk. Synchronicity, Katie, right? Larissa says, maybe if you put a picture next to the peanuts, like a visual wish list for the crow. You can try. You can try. But also be careful, because if the crow really likes it, it's going to tell all its buddies and friends. You're going to end up feeding 50 of them. But on the other hand, if a crow doesn't like you, it's also going to tell its friends, and they can be real bullies. If they don't like you, they will swoop you, they will poop you, they will scoop you, and all their friends will as well. They're very, 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 they hold a grudge. You know, they hold a grudge. They're corvids, Debbie. Yes, corvids. Crows and ravens are corvids. I used to get the best birds in the mountains in Woodstock, Debbie, all different kinds, and an owl across the street at night. But 50 of them more likely can lift a Birkin. Oh, Larissa, I'm sure just 2 of them can already lift a Birkin. Finley says, bluebirds have been working on their nest and bringing each other thins. They are working so hard for their little family. So cute. Aren't they adorable? Good morning, Spirited Chaos. I can't believe I'm actually catching a live. Well, hello, sweetie. Good morning to you. Magpies also belong to the corvids family. JLB, I was swooped by a magpie while I was in Australia. Of course. Of course I would be attacked by an animal in Australia. Like, what's new? And I do have the video to prove it, but I did not move. Because I did not know that it was swooping me, because I didn't know the sound it makes. It makes a very specific whistling sound when it arrives towards you, and I had no freaking clue it was coming for me. And I was taking a picture of Hanging Rock. I was at Hanging Rock, and I was taking a picture of it. So I was very still with my iPad, photographing the landscape. And on this side, I just hear this, it's like this, it's like this very weird whistling noise. And I was like, what the hell is that? What? Like what? But I was like, I wasn't moving. Okay. And then I like look around, and I look up there, and I see it, that kind of the post up there, like a lamp post. I filmed it with a 360, well, not me, actually. Jesse, Alex, and Patrick were filming. They filmed the whole situation because they were in the car. I was outside of the car. They filmed with a 360-degree camera. So I have all the angles of the magpie coming for me, swooping me like this. And so I look up, and I see it at the lamp post, and it's a really high lamp post. And it's looking at me. It's looking at me. And I mean looking at me. It's like, I got my eyes on you. You know how I look at nasty YouTubers? That's how it looked at me. But I didn't know that it actually swooped me. I just saw it there checking me out. And I started talking to it. I'm like, what are you checking me out for? Don't you dare attack me. And then it tilted the head, and it's like, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm leaving, but like, girl, what will go, will go, you know. That was before the will go-wisms. So I go into the car. Alex, Jess, and Patrick are like, they're like speechless. I'm like, what? What? They're like, you just got swooped by a magpie. How did you survive that? Why didn't it start pecking at you? I'm like, I didn't move. So apparently it gave me a warning. It was nesting season, and I was apparently close to its nest, but it gave me a warning. The first time it swoops, the second time it pecks, and it comes for your eyes. So, but since I did not move at all, it was kind of confused because usually it's used to, it swoops you, you start running, and then it knows it's going to attack. But I didn't move. I just was like, whatever, girl, bye. So the magpie was a little bit like, you're not moving. We'll go. You know what I mean? And so I was okay. It didn't attack me again. It left me alone. I guess it respected me. It's like, oh my God, you actually did not budge. Well, respect to you, Miss Thing. So cinnamon roll, the magpie, che animale è un uccello abbastanza grande. Insomma, è grande come un corvo, però è bianco e nero. Wait, I don't know in Italian. Let me see. What's the magpie in Italian? Ah, la gazza. Gazza ladra. La gazza ladra. Yeah, that's the magpie. But in Australia, of course, in Europe, they're not that aggressive. In Australia, they're like super aggressive. In Australia, everything's aggressive, as we found out. Val says, I had a bird that just lived in my front yard for 2 months, and she had a baby with her. Every time I would try to leave the house or come back, it would attack me, cha. It was protecting its territory. Yeah. Yeah, it's turf now. You are not allowed to be there. You know, counting feathers with Super D, right? Australian magpies are different than the European ones, of course. Oh my God, of course they are. They're bigger, more mean and vicious, like everything else in Australia. I don't think I will go to Australia at this point. Oh, cinnamon roll, dangerous, very dangerous. You know, I'm worried she's going to come back again, says Vel. Well, she probably will. Although with the magpies, Vel, it's the fathers that are protecting the nest, not the mothers. So it's the father that is very defending the territory. So the father was swooping you, I think. I think it was the father. Maybe, JJ, collective noun for magpies is mischief. Possibly. Good morning, Lacrisa from Canada. Finley says, mockingbirds do that here, so do bluebirds. Don't cross mama and daddy. Yana Clark says, if only people in Hitchcock's The Birds would have known. Just do not move. Movie done in 5 minutes. Exactly. The second they start running is when the birds start attacking. Same with dinosaurs and, well, Jurassic Park movies. But then again, birds are dinosaurs. You guys, okay, I have this theory. I truly believe that chickens are the evolution of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Fight me on this. Prove me wrong. Chickens are the natural evolution of a T-Rex. I truly believe that the chicken is a T-Rex. I've made up my mind, okay? This one wasn't a magpie. It was some strange looking thing with long legs and a yellow beak. Oh my God, Vel, you got mutants down under. Dacob with the bunker birds. Right? Cinnabar Carol. It's called Gazza Ladra. Ladra because it steals shiny objects. Yes, cinnamon roll. So those were seagulls. I never looked at seagulls the same way again after that movie. Gosh, I love the birds. Hitchcock did a wonderful movie. Tiny dinosaurs. Yeah, you got 12 of them, says Finley. Heaven says, yeah, I agree. Chickens are T-Rexes. Heaven says, I have T-Rex arms. Oh, Heaven, you're a T-Rex. Crows are then raptors. Yeah, I mean, or other dinosaurs that are also super intelligent. A yummy T-Rex, says David Marr. Yeah, they taste good. They definitely do. They definitely do. I'm glad the only thing I need to worry about here is eating at the beach and the seagulls stealing my food. Yeah, exactly. But go to Australia and you're going to have a lot more to deal with, like kangaroos running after you to punch you. And they are muscly. Male kangaroos are buff. Beefcakes. I mean, they got muscles, honey, and they are angry. Bruno Pavlovsky.
Bruno Pavlovsky de Queen donated $15.
Thank you, Bruno.
Excuse us at Chanel, dear Mrs. Gwirl. The one and only Super Dacob, forgive us for this messy collection. You want some tea? Well, actually, Mr. Lagerfeld wasn't buried at all.
Wait, let me read this because Bubbles just fainted reading this. Bubbles just fainted. Bubbles is like, what? He's not buried. Bruno Pavlovsky, the Queen, tipped $15. Excuse us at Chanel, dear Mrs. Gwirl, the one and only Super Dacob, forgive us for this messy collection, the Cruise Marseille collection. You want some tea? Well, actually, Mr. Lagerfeld wasn't buried at all. We froze him in a cryogenic camera or chamber. His brain still works, like Disney. Shocking. Shocking. So I guess one day, sooner or later, when they can heal his cancer, they're going to bring him back and we're going to hear that wonderful voice again. We love you, Carl. Oh, this is great news. Hit it, Bubbles. We'll go. I mean, YK. I guess only Mahora got the joke. But thank you. Thank you so much, Bruno Pavlovsky, the Queen. Carol, the seagulls are scary in Australia. Everything's scary in Australia, y'all. Even the koalas. And they got claws. It is definitely time to wake him up, right, Yana? I mean, it's about time. David Allen Green, how's it going, sweetie? Or Lori, aka Lori. Hi, Dacob. So happy I can chat now. So grateful. Thank you, Lori. Like I said, Lori, you were never blocked because I saw your comment. And if I can see your comment, it means it's public. So there must have been some glitch. Just letting you know, Lori, nobody blocked you in the past weeks. It must have been some weird technical glitch on YouTube's part. But I'm super glad I can see your chats. There's somebody else I wanted to scroll up. What was it? Hi, Kate Scott. Next, I'll be ordering breakfast. Scrambled Trex eggs, please. Oh, T-Rex. Yeah, scrambled T-Rex eggs, please. I know. It sounds so bougie. Oh, the emus. They are aggressive, JJ. Yes, like the deer in Nara, Japan. Bit my butt off for more food. Classic. Just like Titi. Teruko's little dog, little chihuahua. Mixed chihuahua. Oh, honey, I gave Titi a piece of chicken. I gave Titi a piece of T-Rex. She usually eats sweet potatoes. She's very kind. She never barks. I was like, Teruko, am I allowed to give Titi a little piece of chicken, white meat? Teruko's like, yes, you may. At first, like, because Titi's not used to eating like chicken stuff like that, you know? So I gave a little tiny piece because she's a tiny little dog. She comes, she's like, sniffs it. She's like, I don't know about this because this is not something I usually eat. So she's always very, she checks out Teruko. She looks at Teruko like for Teruko to give her the okay. Teruko is like, Titi, you can eat it. So then she like just licks it and takes it from my fingers, with a little tiny mouth. She's so cute. I literally, just like that episode of American Dad where Roger, the alien, took Coke and the eyes just like the pupils just dilated. She took the chicken and I'm looking at her face as she's eating the chicken. As she's eating the chicken, her eyeballs go and she was gone. So, there's Teruko watching. And Titi was like, oh, murdered. And we're done. We lost her. So basically what she did then, all pleasantries and politeness gone. Oh, honey, there is no more looking at Teruko for permission. No, honey. We were done. She literally jumped on her rear legs. Okay, she was now walking like a human. It was a quick evolution of the dog. She was on her hind legs, up looking at me at the table. Dancing on two legs. She's like, and I'm like, oh my God, she really liked the chicken. I'm like, Teruko, can I give her a tiny little piece? And Teruko's like, yes, you can. And I was really sure not to give her too much, really teeny tiny one. She's like, so giddy. Okay, Teruko is watching from the couch. She's like, I think I need to give Titi more chicken in the future. She's like, I think Titi really likes the chicken, the boiled chicken. Like, it's from chicken soup. She got the best chicken, you guys. She got the chicken from the chicken soup. So it was nice and soft. The unhealthy part was the salt. That's not good for the dog, you know. So, but we can boil her chicken breast next time without any salt, obviously. But she loved the salt too, but she got a tiny bit. So I hope the salt didn't harm her. But it was a once in a lifetime situation. You know what I mean? And done. There was nothing. It was her entire. She's like, you know what? She's like, my life for a chicken. So Teruko ate a T-Rex. There you go. Not Teruko, Titi. Titi ate a T-Rex. Teruko doesn't eat T-Rex. Titi does. I saw Ollie earlier. Hi, Ollie. Good morning. My cats love chicken. I give them the best part, white breast. Yes. Teruko doesn't eat T-Rexes, but Titi does. Carnivore Titi, yeah. Linda's like, that didn't sound right. But, we'll go. Teruko is like, no. But, yeah. No, they love, all animals love a T-Rex. Chicken. Listen, Linda, you just got to be really careful with cats. Do not give them chicken bones, because when you crunch a chicken, also dogs, very dangerous, because if they bite a chicken bone, it splinters. It doesn't like cow bones, they get all kind of rounded off. Chicken bones splinter. So if a dog or a cat by accident eat a chicken bone, it can suffocate them, Very, very, very careful. Chicken bones are extremely dangerous for dogs and cats, or any animal, really. Yeah, never bones, Linda. Thumb up the live stream. For this weird streaming hour, Brenda, right? 157 people isn't that bad, all things considered. Finley says the eyes. Yes, when we eat grilled salmon, I always give the doggies a little at the end. And Telma Lou always gets what we call salmon eyes. It's like a different orbit. Yeah. Wait, so you don't give her fish, you give her chicken. No, you eat grilled salmon. Oh, so then she gets the fish eye. She's like, oh my God, Mom, you gave me a fish. I love it so much. Yes, I have to be so careful with my chicken garbage. My cat is insane. Heaven. We'll go. Finley says, Kate, yes, busy time right now for me too. Good to see you. Spirited Cat says, but thumbs up the live stream. Thank you. Thumb up the live stream. Jeno says, from birds to T-Rex to dogs, love this. They became wild eyes. And now we're going to move on to the next topic, which is another one of those weird animals, a billionaire animal, Bernard Arnault. Let me just powder myself before we start talking about this magpie. I mean, human. No pun intended. Yeah, no, Titi is the love of my life. She's a sweetheart, and she's very sweet and cute. She has a short-term memory, but that's okay. We deal with it. You just got to be a little patient, She checks stuff out several times. She checks it out, and she checks it out again. Then she takes a 5-minute nap. Forgot she checked it out. Then she checks it out again. That's Titi. Super cute. Yeah, Titi. She inspects the house just to make sure everything is okay. She does the same round all over the house, okay? And then she's like, okay, now we good. And then she lays down next to Teruko, takes a nap, 5 minutes. No clue what time it is when she wakes up. She doesn't know if she was gone for 5 minutes or 5 hours. She wakes up, she's like, something, let me inspect the house because I was kind of sleeping, so something might have happened. And then she does the same round 5 minutes later. Nothing changed. So she's like, it's okay. I got you. And then she sleeps again. Yeah, that's Titi for you. Keeping us safe. She keeps us safe. She does, yeah. And once she inspects the premises, I don't know, 10 times, you know. Yeah, that's Titi for you. So adorable. So anyway, are we ready to talk about this other creature? Let me see if I can find my storyline. Okay, here we go. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. The end of luxury. We've been talking about this since months now. And I mean, you might say, oh gosh, not another one of these topics. It's so repetitive. Well, it's not really repetitive because we are in very dynamic times at the moment, you guys. Whether it be because the economical, financial situation of the world is changing and shifting ever so quickly, but also because these brands, these luxury brands, are at a point right now in time and history where, well, the aspirational customer is almost gone because they've outpriced themselves, these brands. And so they're finding ways to make money. Some of them are firing a lot of workers, you know, to maximize profits, to be able to, at least for the public companies, to be able to tell shareholders, hey, look, we still managed to make a profit, while, you know, tarnishing the fake profit by, well, reducing quality control. You pay less for that. You know, you can save up some money. You don't hire fully sales associates and workers, but you do only temporary hires, only for special clue holiday seasons, and then you don't fully hire them. You just let them go after you've used them up for the holiday season. Some of these companies employ other companies that are recruiting workers just for a certain period of time, and then they let you go. Now, we have entered a second phase of all of this, of these shenanigans, what these luxury brands are up to keep themselves going. So this is the end of luxury, in my humble opinion. And by the way, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. We have entered this phase where the brands are looking for other means of making money. And we've talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Do you remember the lawsuit between Coach and Gap? Old Navy from Gap through Coach, because they had a t-shirt with a printed Coach. The mother t-shirt says Coach, and then the baby t-shirt says trainee. So the mom is training the baby to become a human being, blah, blah, blah. So Coach is suing Gap because of the Coach text. Anyway, when these big brands start suing the big brands, you know the jig is up, because like they're scraping the barrel for money. Okay. What is Bernard Arnault from Louis Vuitton and LVMH doing? Who is Bernard Arnault suing this week? Well, to find out, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Dacob, all spelled together there as well, for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. Come join the fun. Come join the chats. I have a couple of Louis Vuitton items here, little articles, little giblets that I like to use when I'm working on my live streams. You know, I use all these, love the Toiletry Pouch 15. It's my favorite of the 3 sizes. The trifecta is a one-fecta for me. This is the one and done for me. The 26 is good as well. The 19 almost never use. I love this so much that But anyway, so Yahoo Finance reports, and this is very, very, very interesting. They have taken the news from The Telegraph. Luxury tycoon Bernard Arnault unleashes legal blitz like a legal tornado on Visa and MasterCard. Oh, honey. They're not only suing other brands and suing whoever tries to make something that they claim is copying them. They're scraping the barrel. At this point, we're having a situation of Bernard Arnault, who is a billionaire. He's worth what? Over $200 billion? Allegedly. Now, Not only is he suing Visa and MasterCard, and why, Linda asks in the chats. Well, thanks for the question, Linda. We're going to get to the answer. Not only is he suing Visa and MasterCard, but this is a billionaire and a billionaire company not wanting to pay the fees that Visa and MasterCard charge his brand for doing payment transactions, which is the business. That's what Visa and MasterCard do, right? That's how they live. But no, it's not enough for him to be a billionaire and for his companies to be billionaires. They're like, no, now, I don't care what you do with this fee. I don't care. Charge it to the customers, not to me. So listen to the allegedly, okay, I'm paraphrasing here. Bernard Arnault's sprawling business empire has launched a raft, not one legal law. Look what he's doing here. This is not just LVMH suing Visa and MasterCard. No, what did he do? He made all of his bigger luxury companies, each and every one of them, sue Visa and MasterCard separately. So what he's doing is he's attacking them like a magpie when they swoop and attack you. He's attacking Visa and MasterCard from several angles with every one of his brands he has. He's using his brands as an army to attack Visa and MasterCard. Bernard Arnault's sprawling business empire has launched a raft of legal claims against Visa and MasterCard amid an ongoing row over credit card fees. More than a dozen luxury brands form part of the French billionaire's LVMH conglomerate, and they have issued lawsuits against the U.S. payment giants in the High Court. The claims include high-profile names such as Tiffany & Co. They belong to Bernard Arnault. Christian Dior, it belongs to LVMH. Bulgari, which belongs to LVMH, as well as hotel business Belmont, which operates the Venice Simplon Orient Express. There goes my dream of wanting to once in my lifetime travel with the Orient Express, not just because of Agatha Christie, but just because of living that old school flair. Now that I know that the Orient Express is also owned by LVMH, I'm like, they've killed even that dream for me. All the brands are owned by Paris-listed LVMH, which is ultimately controlled by Mr. Arnault, the world's richest man with a net worth of around $214 billion US. Details of the case are yet to be made public, although the claims are understood to be linked to the long-running battle over so-called interchange fees. These fees are paid by retailers to banks when they accept card payments via Visa or MasterCard. However, companies have long argued that the fees charged by the two payment providers are anti-competitive, costing them billions of pounds and driving up prices for consumers. You see how they like to twist this and make it sound like taking these charges away from Visa and MasterCard charging LVMH is actually good for the consumer. They're making it sound like these charges that were made up until now to LVMH were actually bad for the consumer. No, honey, they were bad for you. You, the company. They were bad for LVMH, not for us. But now you're trying to make it sound like it's better for us if those charges don't happen to you, the company. You know what's going to happen if Visa and MasterCard have to stop charging you, LVMH. They're going to start charging us, the customer. So now my question to you is, once they start charging us, Mr. Bernard Arnault, are you going to fight for us? Are you going to sue them again to fight for the consumer? Once you won't be mandated to pay those charges, or are you just going to shut up? Because you don't care. I have a sneaky suspicion that's what's going to happen. Debbie says they already charge us. Yes, Debbie, they do, but they're going to charge you even more. They're going to start charging you what they're not charging them on top of what they're already charging you. That's the joke. Allegedly. Allegedly. Now, so these fees are paid by retailers to banks when they accept card payments via Visa or MasterCard. This has led to separate claims from businesses such as Vodafone, Ocado, and Fortnum and Mason, of all which are locked in various high court proceedings against Visa and MasterCard. A trial to hear their claims will be heard at the Competition Appeal Tribunal in November. So this is an ongoing thing. And we're going to know more details about this as time progresses, because as we're shooting this, it is May. So there's still quite a few months to go before they actually start getting to the nitty-gritty in court. Visa and MasterCard have persistently defended claims across different courts and countries as they argue that the fees are regulated and designed to recognize the value provided by electronic payment networks. This also seems super sketchy and sus to me. A bunch of scrambled up words that say nothing, in my humble opinion. That poor judge that's going to have to go through this shit to figure out the technicalities, because it's not like a judge is specialized in this. But we'll go. Spirited chaos, Katie, right? Exactly, spirited chaos. The issue has also sparked a consumer class action claim against the businesses estimated to be worth around 10 billion British pounds, which is almost like double in dollars. MasterCard has described the claims as fundamentally flawed and argued that they should be thrown out of court. Now, since 2015, interchange fees have been capped at 0.2 PC for debit cards and 0.3 PC for credit cards. LVMH, MasterCard, and Visa declined to comment, but they're fighting for the money. So it's not enough for them to have billions of dollars. They want more. This is what gets me. He's upset that he's not getting more. Obviously, the aspirational customer isn't spending as much money as it used to. So now, because LVMH is public, so all of the shareholders were kind of told by LVMH at the end of last year that the expectancy of the turnover and the numbers for the first quarter of 2024 was going to be showing a growth of around about 8 to 12%. Instead, they landed flat on their noses with a 2% growth, which prompted quite a few shareholders to be upset. So obviously there's less money. People are buying less. So how do you compensate for that lack of money? You take people to court. That's an option. You can always sue. You can always try that direction. You can open up hotels, open up other experiences for your aspirational customers who can no longer afford your bags and jewelry, costume jewelry, sunglasses, shoes. No, now you're going to offer them really expensive pancakes and coffee with an LV logo sprinkled on top of their cappuccinos. While in the background, you're suing these other companies for other billions of dollars, because it's never enough, is it? Why just have a net worth of $213 billion when you can multiply that to 400 billion? Who cares about the rest of the humanity out there who can barely afford to pay a loaf of bread? As long as you got over $200 billion in your bank account, that's all that matters. Good for you. Good for you, Mr. Agno. Fight to get $400 billion. Why not? 200 billion is nothing. Why not 400 billion? Heck, let's go start a GoFundMe. All of us aspirational idiots. Why don't we all pitch in for Mr. Bernard Arnault to just make him reach at least another couple billion? Let's help the man out. Let's help the man out. Listen, I'm sure he's going to get really depressed if his net worth goes under 200 billion. He's at 214 billion net worth now. Those 14 billion can go like this. Imagine him going into 190 billion. The depression. Imagine the sadness he's going to go through. Come on, let's help the man. Let's help the dude out. Everybody pitch in with $1 or $2. Let's make Bernard Arnault a triple billionaire again, to quote somebody who's dealing with court proceedings and money issues. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. Thumb up this video. Subscribe, you aspirational hoes. We're in this boat together. Hoes that swim together, stick together with the same feather. Until next time, thumb up the video, subscribe, and never give up on love. Bye. I have this one hairlet here. It's so annoying. So anyway, we'll go, right? I remember you impersonate him so good. Thank you, Brenda. Well, it was Bruno Pavlovsky also, who I was like, they're both French, but could you imagine the audacity? The audacity. And now, I would like to remind you all that we are living in the AI age. You know, we're living in the AI generation. We are those people. Our children, well, your children, are going to be born into complete AI. They won't know the difference anymore between a deep fake and a real. They won't know. They'll just put little masks on, little visors on, and they're going to live that virtual reality like there's no tomorrow, honey. And there will be no tomorrow, because the only tomorrow they're going to see is just going to be the sun dawning and coming down again through their visors. That's the life. That's the future for your kids. But it all began in a very small and humble way. Do you guys remember the beginnings of AI? And what was it? Was it ChatGPT or something? Do you remember the first funny and ditzy attempts at AI, writing texts, poems, eulogies? Do you remember the first AI eulogy that we read on my channel 2 years ago, maybe? Or 3 years ago? The era where Bubbles the bot just started communicating for the first time? Well, I thought it was right about time now to commemorate that occasion by rereading the eulogy that one of the first AIs ever wrote. Throwback to the beginnings of AI and its unique storytelling. It is pure gold. Do you guys remember? So the AI generated a eulogy for a fictitious person that kicked the bucket. Not only did it generate the eulogy, the first AI also generated what it thought was the profile picture of said person. So one of the first AI generated pictures for Brenda Tent. This is Brenda Tent with a third eyeball. She has a third eyeball on her forehead. The fingers are all messed up. Oh, she has a fourth eyeball. She has 4 eyeballs. 4 eyeballs, and this was one of the first AI-generated people. The nose is eaten by crows. Exactly, Finley. So this is Brenda Tent. And I'm going to read to you the eulogy. The AI eulogy. Mahora is like, she can't smell a damn thing. Are you ready for this? Bubbles' eulogy for Brenda Tent. Brenda Tent retired from living at the age of old, surrounded by family and natural causes. A librarian from birth, Brenda was an avid collector of dust. She had a sweetheart and married her high school. She loved having hobbies and helping her sons to be disadvantaged youths. She had no horses, but thought she did. The church gave her a choir because she sang like bird and looked like bird. And Brenda was a bird. She owed us so many poems. The funeral will be held in 1977 at Heaven. In lieu of flowers, Send Brenda more life. Bubbles the bot. It's giving Yuma Compton, says Mahor. I know. Please read this again, says Sasha Sanchez. No nose, just the bee. Collective dust got me. I know, Carol. This is gold. This is gold. She had no horses, but thought she did. I literally just spit out coffee at Heaven. I know, right? And Heaven is a librarian, or well, was, right? I'm out of lives. I know, Heaven. April Spritz says, this brings back memories. Has it been 2 years? Yes, April Spritz, it's been 2 or 3 years. It's been. It took. Send more life. No more. Oh my God, it's weird to listen to my name, says Brenda. I'll read it again quickly now because you're begging for it. Dying for it. No horses. No. Here goes. Brenda Tent retired from living at the age of old, surrounded by family and natural causes. A librarian from birth, Brenda was an avid collector of dust. She had a sweetheart and married her high school. She loved having hobbies and helping her sons to be disadvantaged youths. She had no horses, but thought she did. The church gave her a choir because she sang like bird and looked like bird. And Brenda was a bird. She owed us so many poems. The funeral will be held in 1977 at Heaven. In lieu of flowers, send Brenda more life. You understand. Almost 3 years, says Helen French. Oh, how time flies. In fact, time flies so fast that it also flew today. And just like that, I want to say thank you to the mods for keeping us safe today in the fashion bunker. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. Thanks to Debbie, Jesus, Creation, and Coquettes and Gloria. Bubbles loves you.
Thank you, mods, for giving us Safa. And don't forget, guys, that I will be redirecting all of y'alls into my Totally Dacob YouTube channel, where we're going to play the word game together right after this. So stay tuned, because I will be redirecting you automatically to my other YouTube channel, where we're going to play a video game together. But if you don't get automatically redirected, just either click on the redirect button if it shows up for you. If it doesn't show up for you, just exit this stream, go to my Totally Dacob YouTube channel, and you can access the stream, the new stream over there. Just FYI, thumb up this live stream as we're going into the We'll Go song next. Hit it, Bubbles. We'll go.
Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, 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 would go.
We'll go. Yes, Bublé. We've come a long way. Bubbles from being a bird and is a bird and sang like a bird was our leitmotif today. It was, you see how everything is connected and holistic? We were talking about birds, and then it ended up in the birds. She is a bird. She is a bird. Come on, 10 more likes to reach 200 likes. Thumb up the live stream. Thumb up the live stream. Where did I thought I took a screenshot of this, but you guys, hold on a second. I have to show you something. Thumb up the live stream. Let's get to 200 likes, at least 200 likes. I thought we could get to 300 likes, but no, people were lazy on the trigger. Thumb up the live stream as I'm looking for... Okay, here is what I'm thinking of making a t-shirt, because, you know, I have quite a few haters. I have quite a few haters out there, especially colleagues, which is really sad, but I mean, you know, sad for them. Envy, hate, I don't know what it is. But, oh well. So I'm thinking of making a t-shirt. What do you think? Should we make this t-shirt? I mean, because this applies for everybody, all of us. And because I was like talking to Mahora, and at a certain point I wrote something, and I'm like, oh my God, this, and then I typed it out, and Mahora is like, hey, this is a t-shirt. I'm like, oh my God. So let me ask my people. This is what I'm thinking of it. You ain't made it till you hate it. What do you guys think? We'll go, we'll go? We'll go, we'll go? Are we living, Ferret? Katie's like, yes, I'll be first in line. You ain't made it till you hate it, baby. You ain't made it till you hate it. Yes, Queen says Carol. Nectarine says, we'll go, we'll go. Linda says, I will buy. Finley says, heaven. I think it's boredom combined with lack of imagination. Just to be very clear, you guys, wait, who's Sasha? Wait, Debbie has an issue with Sasha? What happened with, okay, not Debbie. Maybe the AI was called Brenda. Too much time, no hobbies like Debbie. Oh, no, Sasha didn't mean Debbie. Sasha meant the AI Brenda. The Brenda tent. The bubbles, the AI Brenda tent, I guess. Okay, Debbie, that wasn't against you, I don't think. Oh, Jackie says, put subscribe under that. Now, you guys, it's just a few of us right now at this point of the live stream. I just want to say one thing. Just to be very clear, I don't speak out a lot about what I see going on other YouTube channels that either steal my aesthetic, my music, my content, my ideas. But I just want to tell you this. Back in 2021, listen and listen good, even though it's just a handful of us here, doesn't matter. Grassroots movement, we're here, we're listening. Back in 2021, when I started kind of awakening and realizing all the faults, major faults in a lot of these luxury brands, my content on my channel started changing. The awakening, I called it the awakening. And I started making content that wasn't just another unboxing, positive, what fits in my bag, these positive videos enabling luxury brands. Back in 2021, I started also making videos where I was like, wait, hold on a minute, you guys. These brands are not flawless. There are mistakes here. Let's talk about it. Let's raise awareness about this so that we can be more conscious consumers. Listen to me. The amount of slack that I got back in 2021 when I started making this type of content, the amount of hate, the amount of, on the Purse Forum, people throwing shit at me. Like, how dare you speak badly about these luxury brands? How dare you ruin the fantasy for us? The rats in the bunker, exactly, Debbie. But I kept at it. I kept saying, you guys, you will wake up too. You're going to realize that we have to stick together as consumers. If we don't raise awareness about the practices and the stupid little games that these brands are playing with us, and if we don't call them accountable, if you don't hold them accountable for what they're doing, they will walk over us over and over and over again. I had to fight for years to get my voice across and to also be respected despite the fact that I was criticizing said brands. The amount of tears, sweat, and blood that went into it on my end, subscribers dipping, views dipping, people hated on me for at least 2.5 years. Other smaller content creators or bigger content creators at the time also hated me. They would not dare make a video like that. They were still doing their cutesy, inoffensive, advertiser-friendly videos. Okay, while I was paving the way, working my butt off, sacrificing a ton of AdSense revenue, sacrificing a lot of subscribers along the way because they were not used to seeing critical thinking within content on YouTube. Now, 3-4 years later, here we are. People have observed what I was doing. My way of doing this has become kind of the norm. Now it's okay. Now it's acceptable. Back then it wasn't. Back then it was frowned upon. Now it's accepted. Now almost everybody's doing this content. Because it's easy. Now it's easy. Now they can. Now they can because nobody's going to throw shade at them for doing this content. This type of style, this type of aesthetic, they claim it as their own. They claim it as their invention. No credit given. And how quickly we forget that just a couple of years ago, for this type of content, I was being thrown major shade at and hate. Now, when you go to the Purse Forum, instead of them throwing shade at me, they're saying, you know, Dacob is actually right. The consumer, we are the consumer. We should not be passively accepting all of these conditions from these brands and how they want to treat us. We have to stand up for ourselves. Mahora says, literally no one was doing luxury criticism before you. Thank you. And now, these Oompa Loompas are popping up doing a little fashion news flash videos. Oh, you want to be Super D? You want to do the Super Dacob style videos? How about, first thing, you learn to talk in your videos. Film a video without having to edit after every single word you say in your video. Because I film my videos live. I film them in one go. No editing, no cuts. I know the topic I'm going to talk about, but then the rest is improv. And you want to make a video like that, but then you're cutting out every breath you take? You can't finish one single sentence without editing it? Really? I see. You watch the music, the layouts, the design, the aesthetic that I've been working for years to develop, and then you just appropriate it. We're so quick to talk about cultural appropriation, and we are like so woke, and we are like, how dare you do this? How dare you do that? Like, this is cultural appropriation. And what about the appropriation within our community? So, bear that in mind. I see what's going on. I'm an elephant, okay? I never forget. I have the memory of an elephant. So I can forgive, but I'll never forget. I have so many people writing me about this. Every single day, I get emails, I get messages. Hey, Dacob, did you see this? What is this? This looks like your content. Did somebody just steal your content? Somebody just... No recognition from any of these content creators. No credit given. And actually, the opposite. Ignoring my existence, ignoring my presence, ignoring the fact that I'm there. But you keep watching. But you keep stealing. But you act like I don't exist. There's a special place in hell for people like you. There really is. So, keep at it. Be my guest. Let's see how far it takes you. because something like this is not cool. And just for those people who hate on me and might come for me now and say, you're gatekeeping, this doesn't belong to you, you didn't invent the game. I'm not gatekeeping anything. In fact, when we did the topic of, for example, Lena Nair from Chanel, I said, hey, other people are starting to do this topic, criticizing her interview with Bloomberg. What did I say? I said, by all means, raise awareness. The more people make a video about this travesty of an interview, in my opinion, it was a travesty of an interview between Lena and Francine, make videos about this. Raise awareness about, the more of us raise awareness about this, the more people we're going to reach. That's not gatekeeping, that's quite the opposite of it. Gatekeeping? Almost every time during a live stream, we spend time together and I highlight and showcase new YouTubers that I've discovered that I really love. 5 Foot Nothing being just the latest one. 5 Foot Nothing just started a channel a while ago. The lady is fantastic. I'm going to say it again. Go subscribe to her. She's fantastic. 5 Foot Nothing. Wonderful YouTube channel. Okay? She's fantastic. Like, it irks me. Don't think I don't see. I see what's going on. So, just saying. And, I really, really want to say thank you to my mods for being like so sharp also and extremely supportive of me and letting me know things, I also want to say thank you to Jackie from Jack's Bag Attack for also being a beacon of light in this instance as well. So go check out her channel as well. I know what's happening, so I support Jackie, just letting you guys know. Because I know way more than I talk about here. There is so much going on behind the scenes, and people reaching out, other content creators telling me what they have been through as well with content, with other content creators. Big and small. Big and small. So this is not just a problem I have. And wake up, people. Wake up, because quite frankly, I also see in my comments, sometimes underneath my videos, the same people commenting really nice things to me, then those same people commenting really nice things on other channels where it's like blatantly copied my content. And I'm like, wait, so you're supporting, I see. Well, how can you be so nice to me in my comments and then be so nice also to the thief or the thieves? Are we not seeing what's going on here, or are we acting like, what is going on? What is going on? Read between the lines. Ollie, IYKYK. There are, there are so many troublesome stories that I'm being told. There are so many troublesome stories that people are sharing with me behind the scenes, but I cannot speak out because those are not my stories to tell. some content creators are also scared of speaking out because, you know, they still don't have bigger channels or they don't have the reach and they're scared of just being kind of like trumped and suffocated, right? By the backlash. Just letting you know that I know. I see and I hear. And I have receipts. And we're living ferret. Hit it, Bubbles.
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
And oh, thank you, Katie. KDF says, and those of us who've been here through the lockdown, we see it too. Thank you. Elderly Chucky in the house. Wait, I'm the elderly Chucky now? Cha. JLB says, you are so right, Dacob. Less unboxing videos and so much more chatty, critical videos. Lack of imagination or lack of money. That's another thing. Now they think like, oh, well, Dacob is doing it. We don't have the money to make a new unboxing every week. So he's like doing these other topics. Let's see what he's doing. Let's do that as well. Because we can make content about luxury without spending money. Right? Yeah. Mahor is like, no, Cha, somebody else. You're not elderly Chucky. Oh, okay. And did we do Die and Ferret? Die and Ferret next.
Die ferret, die ferret, die ferret, die ferret, die ferret.
You know that there's only one Bubbles also, right? There always was. Until there wasn't. So, now, cha-cha-cha-cha, we got our little tiny baby Yoda, invisibility Yoda. Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda, where are you? You're invisible. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Baby Yoda, you want to sing cha-cha-cha-cha? Hit it.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
Baby Yoda, he wants a snack. He wants a snack, you understand. Thank you so much for watching. I love you loads. Love you totes. And I'm going to see you all on Totally Dacob. If you haven't subscribed to Totally Dacob, my pop culture channel, do that now. There's a lot of fun stuff. Movie reviews, TV show reviews, toy unboxings, hauls, vlogs coming soon. I might take you to an amusement park of sorts. But right now, I will redirect you to the live stream on Totally Dacob where we're going to play a game together. Video games galore. Until next time, never give up on love. See you soon. Bye.